Hello, everybody, and that music cut off very, very abruptly. Hello, and welcome to yet another episode of the Elendor Chronicles. Good time zone, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Before we get on with tonight's episode, as always, we've got to do a little bit of housekeeping and management and stuff. We've got Minty here. There's no
They tried to kill me, but it's alive.
He's alive. There's no inclement weather warnings. We're all good. But
actually, keep that on note.
Somebody go knock on some wood.
Yeah, so I'm gonna touch the wooden table and roll a d20 for luck. That's a natural one.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
Minty's dead.
Good stuff.
Anyone would like to offer as Kifis right here?
Anyway, just a reminder, guys, if you do not see our live episodes, you can catch them in our archive formats, either here on Twitch or on our YouTube channel. There is a link in the panel below. Come join our archive squad, and yeah, we hope to see you there as well. In the comments section, we reply to the comments, we read the comments. We love to see your interaction, and we hope you get to see you. Another thing is, if you fancy supporting this show and helping this show grow, maybe check out our Patreon. There is a panel in the description below as well. Patrons will get access to early access stuff, and certain levels of patrons also get added to a cast-only Discord and can talk with the crew and stuff. And yeah, all sorts of exciting things from that. Other than that, let us move on to the ad reads. As always, we are supported by Music D20. Music D20 are an independent composition team that aim to bring your TTRPG table to life. Their entire catalogue, including loopable tracks, are available from their $4 a month patrons. You can check them out in our links below. And also, bringing you the sounds tonight, we have Syrinscape. Now, I finally worked out how to use Syrinscape properly, in air quotes, and I've managed to incorporate Music D20's music for my players to hear tonight with Syrinscape. I've been playing with the mechanics, and once I worked it out, it's pretty easy to use. But yes, thank you to Syrinscape for the amazing atmosphere you bring to the table. You can add sounds to your game when you download the Syrinscape desktop or mobile app, and the app is free and comes with 20 sound sets to get you started. Go to Syrinscape.com or follow the links in our panels or description below to find out more. Anyway, without further ado, guys, I think it's time for yet another episode of the Elendor Chronicles.
Yes.
We stand together, foes, friends, and unaligned, to set right a world for the mortal kind. At this, the apogee of all the bloodshed, this great summit where fate hangs her solemn head. It is up to I to duly justify what will happen to those from heaven high, from down below in plains of such hatred, from fire, earth, air, and water created, those of fey and bewildering wilds, even to us, which divinity doth smile. So I put to you, the immortal titans vanquished, I say leave with honor, or be banished. For those that leave with their heads held in dignity may stake their hold on mortals willingly, placing their faith in your sublimity. Yet those that refute my generous overture, those who would see to destroy mortal love, art, culture, their freedom to choose, fight, fail, laugh, and grow, I shall strike them down with a banishing blow. Those that shall not heed this decree for warning will find their flock in despair, mourning the loss of their god, for I will cast out that rebellious soul without a doubt. Your time is over. All is said and done. The war is past us and the battle won. So, hear my decree, or forget your litany, for now is an age of true brilliancy. The past is the past. Your dominion is all but your. Now is the time for Elendor. Okay, and we are back. So, welcome everybody. Would anybody like to give a recap this week? Especially because we need to catch good old Minty up.
Yeesh.
Not,
Minty
I'm
do the
happy to
recap?
I can give the abridged version.
Because
yeah.
for sure you watched it, right, Minty? You watched
I
it
watched
afterwards.
a bit of it. So I watched the first hour. But after that, I kind of fell asleep, so I don't remember anything.
Wow.
So good, man.
Wow.
So I'm probably going to get some names wrong, but I'm doing the best I can here. Ruby and Zep got the pearl from the salty fisherman, the old man fisherman, the old man of the sea.
Yep, I remember that.
I told you I was going to get some names wrong.
The salty fisherman. Now, if that's not a tavern name incoming, I don't know what is.
She then brought back to the tavern, and she and Zep felt that the rune that was placed on them was not, in fact, a bluff. Then it had another vigorous and rigorous debate about what faction to approach, and we all ended up going with the guardsmen. We went then go talk to one of the guardsmen who was conveniently nearby, named Sergeant
Ethelbert.
I was going to say Smidgebottom, but Ethelbert works.
Ethelbum.
Who said he was missing a patrol of his guardsmen who went missing a couple days ago. Conveniently also in the sewers, we would go investigate and ran into some suspicious mold who was also suspiciously eating a guardsman, but also didn't like fire. So Ruby solved that problem in the best way she knows how. With fire. Went further, rescued him. Did not collect a piece of his tabard because that was a point of contention, I believe. Went further into the sewers and ended up discovering a clay golem.
An excremental.
It was
an
a mud
excremental.
elemental.
Straight out of a dogma fight, we ended up defeating the beast after Darius got absolutely bitch slapped.
That was factual. That did happen.
Yep. Accurate. Very accurate.
Yeesh.
Yep, and I would be less
Went
salty
down
about it if
like a sack of shit he was
decided
fighting.
not to mention the person who gave you half the money you needed for that pearl.
Listen, this is an impartial retelling.
It is. It also has to
I'm
deal with
feeling
a little...
it's kind of partial.
It's
I'm
also
feeling
got a
kind
little
of
bit of-
partial.
See, Darius made the mistake of commenting about how absolutely incredible his rolls have been, thereby flipping the karmatic justice and sucking pretty much the entirety of the game.
I think I still rolled 2 other natural 20s then that session.
Yeah, it came together by the end. Like the lesson had been learned. The fates realigned.
They had
After
me in
I-
the first half. I'm gonna admit it.
after I critted him for 27 of his 28 HP, yes, his rolls got better.
We then rescued the rest of the guards because they were being chased around by the excremental, and then we went back up to Sergeant
Ethelbert.
Ethelbert.
You just made that a thing now. The excremental.
Yes, it is. Just go with it. It is a thing now.
There's no evidence.
I
no one
cannot-
can
I-
corroborate that.
I cannot
It's-
fault
it's
you
us.
for your puns.
You will, though.
The 5 guards. Jamie was the one that was being eaten by the plant. Sergeant Marcus, Derek, and Amy were the ones fighting the excremental, and Simon got out. We think we don't know where he is right now.
We at that point were no longer responsible for the party member known as Simon.
Yeah, I mean we got money, so we don't care anymore.
Yep, we just collected our reward, and I don't have the notes for that. I
That
think
already
that's
got
about where we left off.
portioned out, I believe.
Coins have already been
This
meted out.
this was more of a collaborative process with this retelling, so I'm gonna let.
No, it goes
the-
to Beth. It goes to Beth.
yeah, it's
I'm
all-
gonna put a caveat on it, and I'm gonna get Beth. You get the point of inspiration, but should you wish to give the die to another, you can during a moment of crisis in this session.
Little
So,
do these people know that I'm a dice gremlin.
so yeah, I mean,
That's not
I
gonna
would
happen.
hoard any advantage that I would ever get. But yes, so last time the party managed to complete a quest for the guards, coming across a mud elemental before returning to the surface and collecting their pay. They were about to head back to the tavern where we left off. So, party.
We also got magic shit, by the way. Like, we got some magic.
Yes, we found a masterwork
Scimitar.
scimitar.
Yeah, +1 scimitar and then something else.
I don't think it was +1. I think it was just masterwork.
It's
No,
a
it's
master.
+1.
It's a masterwork. A masterwork is a +1.
It's +1, but not magical.
It's a non-magical +1.
Oh, there you
That's how
go.
they work.
Nice.
Also, we did get money, so Minty should have a share of that.
Yes.
Yes, we all got
Oh,
20
okay.
gold pieces, is what was divvied out amongst us.
So now I have 69 gold pieces.
Nice.
The party
Nice.
are
Nice.
doing quite well at 110, so the party funds are doing quite well at the moment.
I would have
I
a lot
also
more,
have
but
110.
I was asked, and I so graciously provided a large portion of my gold.
How
to a
very
party.
generous of you. It's very nice as well that you just refuse to bring it up, just to save your honor and reputation as someone who.
I know,
We
I
all know how
wouldn't,
well
but-
renowned and how
Petty
well
about that.
funded the renowned adventuring company is. So the
I
fact
went
that they
to-
just so generously donate their funds to such noble acts is very commendable and not needed to be brought up at all in the slightest.
I'm going to
Quite.
recant my statement and say that Darius's rune specifically is going to detonate next Thursday.
I was just wondering if,
Take all that with
in
me.
if in Syrinscape I can play crickets, but no, I can't. Anyway, party. You,
How about a sad
you-
trombone?
I
Sad
can play I
trombone.
can play a sad trombone.
Hey.
There it is.
Nice.
So-
Love
That's
it.
being productive
Nice.
members of D&D.
You got the drums for a punchline, whatever those.
Oh
are
yeah,
called.
I've got a rim shot. I've got a rim shot. You're not getting my rim shot though. That normally costs extra. Anyway, party. You are stood in yet another you're stood again in the Clay Market Square, just leaving the guard post. Are we still heading back to the tavern, the Singing Dagger?
Yeah, I think Darius needs to sleep. He's looking quite bruised.
Physically or mentally?
Yes.
Mostly physically.
Yes.
It's not the first time it's not the first time I've been had my like shit kicked in.
By shit?
Yeah. Well, okay. By shit, yes.
There's a first for everything.
Darius, is there a reason that you have such an adverse reaction to being touched?
I'm gonna go take a nap. I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
DM, what time of day is it?
It is probably around 1, just after noon, I would just say, because you left relatively early in the morning and you were down there for about an hour, or about 2 hours maximum. So it's about noonish.
Okay.
I feel like there is something more going on with him that he is not letting on.
Are we talking about Darius here or Sergeant Ethelbert?
No, Darius. He is jumpy for somebody who does this for a living.
He comes across as a bit more of a pencil pusher rather than maybe a fighter.
He has big chest full of air, but little in the muscles.
What's his strength score?
15.
15.
I got a +2.
That's not exactly pencil pusher.
But to be fair,
It's a
that's
big pencil.
distinctly- To be fair, all of my stats are +2, but 1.
To be fair, your
Which is a
first
plus
3
1.
stats are a 15, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's 15, 15, 14, 12, 14.
14, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's
After
strong.
this-
He's not like the kind of person that if he did a handshake with Arnold Schwarzenegger, there'd be a black hole.
No, I'm the guy. I'm the guy in the gym that does everything exactly equal. It's just it's
Anyways, now that we've got on that tangent,
you brought it up.
Who is this unnamed character at the top?
I
do not
thought that
know.
was you.
I don't know.
No, that's
Yeah, I
just-
was wondering
that's
that as well.
Gotta get rid of that. Goodbye. Not sure what happened there.
Seen an individual resist or refuse being healed before because they do not want to be touched. It is unusual.
In his defense, I would prefer not to be struck by one of those things either. That's why I wasn't.
It could be that he was incredibly in pain and didn't want to be touched in case you pressed upon a bruise.
You know what? I'm just gonna go slap him on the back.
That would be
Oh,
funny.
literally.
I wish to witness this.
Please do not stop the rat man. I think this will be funny.
Ratman.
Let him go. Let him go.
Right down, bro.
I would say, I think it's
Down that
oh,
way.
that's going to hurt. I would say it's probably not best to talk about somebody in the third person when they're right next to you.
So, do I get a roll for this?
You said you walked. You said you started walking.
Yeah,
so-
you.
Yeah,
gone
no,
away.
I'm walking away, but
Yeah,
I'm
what
also,
are you-
I've
what
also
are you
got
trying to-
two. I've also got 2 retainers right next to me. One of which I've shown uncommon decency to, for admittedly nefarious purposes, but he doesn't know that.
No, okay. Well, Kifis, are you doing this stealthily, or are you trying to just go up and slap him?
I'm just going to just charge him down. I'm just going to sprint.
Down.
Roll an attack. Go on.
He's got rabies.
Oh god, it actually kicked me from the game. The game was like, this is a terrible idea,
That was a
don't do
big
it.
attack.
That's who I must have kicked.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
rejoin.
Yeah,
You
I'm
Oh
sorry.
yeah, Kifis isn't. I don't see Raccoon
yeah,
on the.
for some
the-
reason. Clear
Probably
on that.
didn't
must
like
you,
the character.
you selected
did.
the wrong character.
I was
You selected
no,
the
I was in
wrong
Kifis's character sheet
Okay,
though.
okay. For me, you're in an unnamed new character, so yeah, come
I
back
think
in,
it
click.
glitch, maybe?
Yeah, I think that might have been a glitch. But yeah, come back and grab Kifis.
Ah.
Kifis is still here. But yes, yeah, no, roll an attack. If you're gonna.
Just trying to get through the message of the day.
Oh
Yeah.
god, I need to
Every
remove
time
that.
It super freezes everything.
Okay, I'm
Grabs
gonna.
the every
3
time.
weeks.
Oh,
Just replace it with the ha ha. Would be better. There's Kifis.
alright,
Oh, we see you now.
sweet. Okay, so have to roll an attack.
Yes.
Where is it?
Not gonna be hard.
Are you doing this unarmed strike, or are you hitting him with your weapon?
I'm striked, of course. Because
You're
my
a monk,
fists are
so
my
Go up
weapon.
and stab Darius in the back. Confirm all his fears.
So under your actions, where it's got unarmed strike, there's a dice next to it. Double click that.
Yeah.
Oh, but-
There
oh,
we
no,
go.
Yeah.
Oof.
Does a 13
13.
hit your AC, Darius?
It does not, Midge, and I would like to riposte
Go
as I
for it.
can.
It
Shit.
took 3 sessions, but we are officially at the player versus player combat. Here we go.
I didn't initiate this.
Let's
I
do
want to
this.
point out I've been the
Wait,
most
hold
hostile character to other characters. I didn't hit
Hold
any
on.
of you motherfuckers.
You are still
Instead
going to be
of
the first
that-
one probably to land the strike.
That is
I-
true, Midge. That is true.
Can I use a key point? Can I use a key point to trigger
If you
a
miss, I get a shot, and I added +8 to this.
14. What's
Well,
my
14
AC?
was his AC.
Yeah. he's
I
just
hit him
one.
with a 15
Yeah.
because I had rolled my superiority die.
Remember, you haven't
This is
slept
go-
yet.
Yeesh.
So
That is true. This is unarmed. This is not unarmed. This is not what's the
Non-lethal?
word?
Non-lethal.
Non-lethal
Non-lethal.
damage. Non-lethal damage. Yeah. No. I just spit out. Duke. Seriously.
That wasn't Duke, that was
I-
Kifis.
Raccoons in my house. Oh, I'd be a lot more scared if a raccoon just jumped up to me. Fucking thing.
got a point.
Those little rats. No, I just take out the new +1 scimitar, and I want to like do a spin thing and like hit him with the flat of the blade on the back of his
Okay.
head. Just right.
Just boom.
Roll me some
Yeah.
damage. Roll me some damage.
Sure,
Did
man.
Kifis
I'll do
miss
that.
yet?
9.
So I'm going to take that to 4 slap damage.
Well, it would just be 9 non-lethal damage.
But yeah, 9 non-lethal damage to Kifis as his strike misses, and reactfully, Darius just comes and goes whoop and just slaps him with the side of the blade.
He definitely has a
Why?
problem.
Why?
You have a problem.
Does anyone else see a way that it would have been more productive?
No.
I'm trying to sleep. I'm trying to go to sleep. Why? I'll just walk away. Just walk away.
It was
So-
entertaining.
Come.
Come in. And your two retainers follow you. The rest of you progress across the marketplace into the Singing Dagger Inn yet again. So, as you enter, it's not as bustling as it has been in the Singing Dagger. There's not really anyone using the... Oh, good, the music did adjust. It's not really been... the sort of throwing knife area is not as active right now. It's more like day guests, people coming in for lunch, a lot of stall holders from the market, and the warehouses coming in to grab some lunch before going back to their work. But it's the same environment that you've made your base of operations for now.
If I recall, the sergeant said they would send for us again if they needed us.
Yeah, they are searching for the other missing guard, and will tell us if he is found or not.
Okay.
I think if we want more work, perhaps we go talk to him ourselves tomorrow or the next day or something. We could look for the other gangs and see if we can make some contacts there too.
Well, there's also the matter that Ruby said she was marked by a member of what we believe was the Seven Crests. So you may want to look into why that was done as well. Also, if memory serves, Seven Crests are part of the older districts, the more affluent, and thus many of these who are knowledgeable in the ways of magic. So if we wish to look more into these marks without using our own resources, that might be the best place to start.
Yeah.
There is also the possibility that they may pay better if they are more affluent.
This
I
is
do
true.
have a concern that we would be conflicting interests if we were to be, say, working for the guards and also working for a crime lord.
I mean, the guards are also technically also crime lords.
See,
Yes.
I'd say we're working with the guards, not for the guards.
Precisely.
My point is, it'd be easier to get ourselves out of jail with one and not the other. I would think, anyway.
I would go to the assumption that very rarely will situations in the city lead to jail. More often than not, I imagine it would interview being a part of the sewer.
Or the sea.
Or a kaboom.
Or a pet store.
Either way, it seems that we are going to be involved with each other a little bit more than anticipated, especially considering how this rune is not just a ruse to get us to do the bidding of somebody else. I would like to know more all about you sooner or later. Other than just, you run a mercenary company, you are a faithful of Bahamut, you
I'm not
are a
there.
gnome with a giant construct, you are a talking raccoon, and I just don't know anything about you.
His name is Darren.
So I think I trust you more now that we have fought together. So
Before we get into this, we are still in the center of the tavern. So if
Yes.
there are secrets being exchanged here, maybe not the best place. Maybe.
yeah, we can go to a room, perhaps.
Which I've also discovered is not exactly secure because somebody can just misty step in.
I will listen at the door.
Okay.
If only I
So
was a
you-
wizard with most power.
You travel upstairs to... Whose room are you going to this time?
We'll go to Ruby's room, and she's going to ritually cast alarm
Okay.
on the front door, excluding the party members. Anybody else who comes in is going to alert her, invisible or not.
Okay.
Oh shit! I just learned how to do the two-hand thing with just a button press to go from two-hand to one hand with a sword.
Yeah,
You don't need to modify anything. This little... I'm an idiot.
It's only if you
Good job,
bring
buddy.
it, it's only if you bring it in from the actual like items list. that you can do that with. Yeah. But anyway, so Darius, you are sleeping. The rest of you all go to Ruby's room. A fire has been lit in the room. The room is yours.
Does it have a fireplace?
Yes, it has a fireplace.
That was my thought too. No judgment. That was my thought too.
No,
Ruby just goes into her couch. Woof.
It's just-
Is it a wildfire or is it a tame fire? Like what's the
just there is a fire elemental sat in the chair with a newspaper. Just no. There is the fireplace has been lit probably by one of the maid staff or the cleaning staff. But the room is yours.
I will have drinks brought up to us. I'm thirsty.
Okay.
Drinks sound like a good idea.
And Zedaar is sitting next to the door and just kind of listening for anybody walking by.
So you wish to know about me, huh?
Well, I find it incredibly hard to believe that somebody would pick us all out of a hat to come do their bidding. There must have been some purpose, a reason for us to be here, more than just for whatever vague reason that's been given us so far. We must have done something with our lives to this point that stands out as a point of renown, something to have drawn the attention of this blackjack or whomever he works for. Does that make any sense?
Maybe we just have a certain set of skills.
I hate you so much. I'm not even there.
Yeah, probably.
For instance, I did not come by this magic through sheer skill of dedication of learning wizardry. It was bequeathed upon me by a greater force.
That tracks for me too. I also was not born with my magic. It was given to me also by greater power, or under power, lesser, I don't know. I have not much experience with it yet.
Neither do I. Your faith to Bahamut is so zealous, I suppose, is the only way that could come to my mind, is that it literally manifests magic through divine power.
I was chosen. That is why I have these powers.
There you go. Darius is, well, a braggart, certainly, also has skills in his own right, other than just limitless bank account.
Although that is a superpower all of its own.
I have heard of great heroes who are just rich by their power is being rich.
Yes, precisely.
You have a magnificent construct. Is that what this is? A construct? Looking to Zep.
Yeah, it is still a little bit of a struggle within Legerundland as to how we should speak of the Warforged. They are certainly a people. Just calling it a construct like a golem is not really doing it justice. They're sentient, they can think.
Your companion
Yeah, that's the word.
is a living, breathing machine.
Yeah.
That is fascinatingly powerful. You are a literal raccoon who knows martial arts. Where does that come from?
You are the first of your kind that I have seen, this is true.
Yeah, I don't know. I lived my childhood at a monastery until they kicked me out. Turns out beating up the other students and teachers isn't a really good course of action to stay at monasteries. Especially when they were asleep.
Again, my point is, why are we here? Not the metaphorical sense of the word, those of you trying to be smartasses.
I think that yes, we have.
Philosophy at university, but I take your point.
Perhaps, yeah, the skills that that this blackjack needs. What I am most curious about is how he found us. Not precisely why us, because obviously we all have something special about us. But how did he find us?
Yes, I think we came to the conclusion a while ago that he works for somebody. He doesn't have the capability of bestowing this kind of brand upon anybody, though it has been used before.
because I do not know about the rest of you, but I am somewhat on the run. I was in a little bit of trouble in my home, so I had to run away, and I've been trying to stay under a little bit stealthy and not bring too much attention to myself. So being found in this way is slightly concerning.
I agree. I had my own mission to accomplish, and yet here I am, at the mercy of evil forces. My point, I think, in the end is that we need to coalesce. And
I am happy
solve
for
this
that.
problem.
Being on the run alone is not exactly where I wished my life to go.
It is good to
Having
have companions.
friends and companions, this is something I desire. And you seem as good as bunch as any.
I try.
If I'm going to have companions, they may as well be powerful, you know? And you certainly seem powerful.
Don't let that fool you. My ego is as vast as my power, but also just as brittle. Also, Zep, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, please.
I sincerely apologize if I offended you with the burning city comment.
It is forgiven. It is forgotten.
Part of my
But this does raise the question of where are we going from here? Yeah.
I honestly think that we would have a conflicting interest if we do both God work and do one of the gang's work. But I also agree with I forget who brought it up. That going to the gangs, particularly the one that targeted me, might be our best bet. I think they would have more influence and power over magic. And if magic is the problem that has been bestowed upon us, then magic will certainly be the solution to it.
Do you believe there is magic that could dispel this mark?
I absolutely do.
So we need to find whoever can dispel it. So going to somewhere that has magic seems like a good step in the right direction.
Yes.
Did we know much about the this other faction that saw you?
We know a little bit about the Seven Crests. They
Yeah, money.
are part of the young elite. They are led by an individual named Marchioness, I believe. Their whole thing is nobility and banking here in the city.
There are certainly reasons that we would reach out to them. Banking for myself and Darius, most likely. I believe some of you are of noble birth.
If what we have been led to believe about the gangs is true, and that their leaders are co-conspirators and part of the maintaining the status quo, it is very likely that they control a lot of the funds that travel through the city of Redberry.
And with money goes information, and with information lets us find out how to get rid of this brand on us.
So, do we wait for Darius, or do we go and try and find these?
We should give Darius a moment to rest before we go and do this. He needs to come with us, even just so that he is up to date with what is going on.
I agree. The old adage, never split the party, is important as well. But he is just as involved as this as the rest of us.
That is
Whether
true.
he be willingly or not. Perhaps when this is solved, he can go about his merry way. But for now, I think he'd best if he go with us.
We have common interest. This is true.
Yeah, staying alive.
Yeah.
The most noble of goals.
Well, if our meeting here is complete, I will return to the tavern and see what happened to my drink.
Okay.
Yeah, I
If
think
any of you wish to join me, you are welcome until Darius appears.
We'll have time, and a drink would satisfy an urge.
Okay.
Come then.
I come
So,
to.
what I'm just going to check then. Darius, you intending to take a full rest here?
Yeah, I have not been
Okay.
informed otherwise that we have other things to do.
No-
so
no
I am-
worries.
I am
So-
taking a full 8 hours sleep.
Yep. So
in the
rest
middle
you,
of the day.
you have
I
8
have
hours.
been
It is midday.
super
Is there
damaged.
anything?
Super hurt.
Is there anything you would like to get done in this time, or would you like me to wind it forward?
I'd
Darius,
also like to
sleeping
short
only
rest.
cures physical wounds. Only therapy can help you with mental trauma.
Well, I think Zedaar would give them about an hour of drinking before he's like, "Where the fuck is Darius?" And we go up there and wake him up.
Okay. Sure. Zedaar.
It's 3 in the afternoon. You're not asleep, dude. Get up. Let's do this.
He's
So,
meditating.
you know where Darius's room is. In fact, Darius's
know where
squire
my room
is stood outside on guard, so it's.
I was gonna say.
It's kind of clear to find Darius's room, but you're all on the same floor, so.
So yeah, after drinking with Zep and Darren for a bit, he would make his way back upstairs and make the way. It's gonna make his way over to the squire.
We need to speak with Darius. We have work to do today. He cannot rest all day long. We are under limited time constraints.
Okay.
And this is to the squire.
Yeah, and she just opens the door. She just like nods and goes,
No, she doesn't, because
Fine.
as I stated in my first night there, every time I go to sleep, that door is barricaded with everything that isn't the fucking bed. I don't trust
True.
a single person
That's
in
fair.
this
So
place.
she tries the door and it's jammed. It is essentially jammed by something.
But
He kind of looks at her confused.
Allow me.
And you gotta knock the door. Okay.
He doesn't knock. He is banging his hand on the door.
Go
Like,
away.
please open up. Darius, we have work to do. You cannot sleep all day.
What the fucking... My mother...
Darius, get up, or I'm gonna start singing King Henry.
Go away.
There are over 270 hymns to Bahamut. I can sing them to you if you would like.
I'm just going to put cotton in my ears. Go away.
They come
I'm Henry the Eighth, I am. Henry the Eighth, I am. Got married to the widow next door. She's
All right.
been married.
Darius, what are you doing?
What should I do? A check against like Constitution or something? What the fuck?
Listen, we need to meet with the Seven Crests. After that, you can sleep. But we have to
Is
manage.
there
our
any chance
time.
of a fight at the Seven Crest?
Possibly.
Then
And you
why?
can keep your mouth closed.
Then why-
You would not be in such a shape if you allowed me to tend to your wounds.
It's pretty fucked up. Let's check 1 second. Can't see that. That fell off the desk.
You know you can roll in.
Yeah, but that's public.
Yeah, high
So
rolls.
the viewers can see what you're doing.
Yeah. Oh, I see the one that I couldn't see before. That's a 1, a 3, and a 4. Okay, so you hear things moving for a while.
Zedaar just kind of looks over at the squire. He just gives a very creepy draconic smile because he has no lips.
Oh, I've never even thought about that, but
Oh god.
Good thing I'm not a
You're
small
very
child. That would be
beautiful.
frightening.
I don't want to think about. Oh no. Anyway,
You are very dutiful. I imagine he appreciates your work.
thank you. She just like kind of clutches her short sword, like
Komodo
Slightly.
dragon smiling at you.
smiled.
Yes.
All right, yeah, Darius comes out. He's got like his stuff on like haphazardly, and you see just a pile of junk next to the door. All right, let's get this over with.
He looks still pretty rough, right?
I have 19 wounds out of 28 max. I have less than 10
Allow
points
me
of
to
health
tend to your wounds before we go. We can still rest for another hour or so you are in best shape possible.
Just as a point, Darius, by this point you could have spent hit die.
I already have today.
Not according to your sheet. You've still got.
No, I used them last time.
Oh, you
that's-
haven't rolled them from your hit die area then.
I did though. I thought because I got the bonus for. Well, I can't check the log, but no, I have used both of them, and they were both.
Because it says you've
shitty
got 2
rolls.
out of 3 right now. Because you get 1 per
I
level,
used-
right?
Did I only use one?
I think you've only used 1 out of your 3.
Darius, it is worth pointing out that we only have 2 weeks to do this.
I feel like.
I thought Zedaar came up alone. And he
Oh,
didn't bring
never
anyone
mind.
with him.
Yeah, you'd only used one of them. I need to add like the 24 timer every time someone mentions how long they've got left on the.
Never
So
watched
yeah,
that show.
I went.
I have no concept of what it is. Other than there's a clock.
Boom.
So,
You owe it 24.
yeah, I don't
went,
look. I don't look at like Darius doesn't look as bad, but he looks quite. He doesn't want to be here. He doesn't want to be here, but he's gotta.
So Zedaar will just reach into a side pouch and pull out what is clearly like a little medical bag that has even like the standard like red cross on the side. I can fix your wounds.
It can't be red.
Yeah, that's a copyright issue.
It's
Oh,
gonna
it
be a
is?
green.
Then I don't know. It's the standard.
So it's what it is what you see is like a little.
Could it be like a kid's bag, a cartoon
no.
caricature
It's
of Bahamut?
It's
Wait,
like,
is that really? Is that really?
It's
Copyright?
politically distinct. Sorry,
Yeah.
it's copyright distinct
Yeah.
to
Red
the
Cross,
Hunt
like the
Showdown
red
health
medical
kit,
thing.
which is so it's like a little canvasy bag with little leather straps and stuff, and it unfolds, and it's got essentially some tinctures and some healing salves and some bandages and needle, and yeah, it's like a little leather wrappable canvas bag with a buckle on the front. That's what they
Just the heal. That's just a healer's kit.
Yeah.
Okay. He doesn't look. Yeah, just Darius doesn't look. Also, it's kind of annoying to set up the barricade and then take it down quickly because it's literally all the furniture in the room, but one chair, a desk, and the bed. Everything else that can be is just pushed against the door and like locked in. But
I understand you have trust issues, but remember that I am a man of faith, and that doing no harm is part of my philosophy.
I've seen you kill. I think.
I have killed no one.
I've
I have
seen you harm.
defended you.
I have seen
and
you
I have defended
distinctly
the
harm
others.
people. I think.
Those who are doing harm to us, prevention is a task, and Bahamut does not give favor to those who would wound his chosen.
I think that's kind of a conflict of.
Do you
I
want
don't
to
kill
be healed
people.
or
I
not?
just cut their arms off.
You're not there.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. What did you say, Zedaar? I did not hear you.
I am here to help. Do you trust? You do not have to trust me, but this will build trust. Do you want to be healed or not?
I'm good. I'm good.
Are you sure you are good? Are you afraid that you will die if we face another foe today?
Not as much. Don't know where the accent went. I'm losing it more and more. No, let's go. Let's
So
go.
you will trust that if
Marjorie,
something bad happens to you, then that I will save your life.
I have no evidence to the contrary or into support of that.
Because I could do that now, and we could do
is
it when it is
all
not
a-
pressure on.
Let's just go. Let's just go. Marjorie, keep an eye on the room, and Donovan. Keep an eye on Donovan. Scumbag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the rabbit.
So Zedaar will just turn and start walking downstairs.
Sure
All
thing.
right, we will do it this way then. It is what you prefer.
You travel down the stairs and regroup.
I have brought Darius.
Huzzah!
Darius looks annoyed.
So, what are we doing here? Are we drinking more? Are we moving?
I believe we are good to finish our tab and make our way to the Seven Crests district.
Yes, let's go to see these young elite. Let's see if maybe Darius is perfect for this mission, as He said he likes banking.
I said I have a bank account.
Same thing, I
Does
don't
not-
care.
That
To
doesn't
himself.
mean I enjoy banking.
Your
It's a concept.
insight may be useful in this, though, as this individual group does know much about nobility and banking. So, considering your operational budget, maybe you have insight we do not, as I do not have a bank account.
I may be noble, but I also know bank accounts.
So, as a group, are you moving to the Seven Crests district?
Yes,
I
precisely.
think s-
Under duress.
yes.
I'll go.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, you exit the Singing Dagger once more, and you head back out into the air.
Is it the
and
singing dagger or
trees.
the silent dagger?
It's the
Because in my
singing.
notes, I have the singing
Singing
dagger,
dagger.
and the silent dagger.
I'm
I have
pretty sure it's
singing.
Okay, I need to fix
singing.
some of my notes then. Yes, it is the singing dagger. This page is
Um,
incorrect. My first
Wait,
page was
did you said
correct.
you pretty sure it's a singing dagger?
Pretty
Didn't you
sure.
write it?
Yeah.
Nope,
but
it is
then
the,
again-
it is the singing. It is absolutely the singing.
I,
That
I,
was
I have to re-go over my own notes multiple times because mainly what I do with this when I world build is normally from the times of about 1 a.m. onwards. So
Oh,
it's
that sounds
normally
about
what I do when I can't sleep. So I go back and I re-look at
that's
my
rude.
notes with fresh eyes and I'm like, oh, that's not even English. But anyway, the group progress again out into the cold winds of Repri. The winds have kind of picked up a bit more of the sea breeze. But you go north again on this the most northern of the large islands towards the Seven Crests district. It is just as bustling, but as you enter it, those of you who haven't been, you start to see elements of elven architecture coming in, more stone-built buildings with intricate patterns and carvings. A lot of the buildings here are 3-story and above, with slanted slate roofs. The streets are also a lot wider, and there's far less dirt. All in all, this is starting to look like a genuine city at this point.
Ruby, keep
There-
an eye out for anybody with a mask.
Sure. In fact, anyone who wants to, give me a perception check.
My mask of many faces makes me look like standard elf.
22.
Okay.
Yes.
22.
14.
Which was a roll of 19. I'm back.
20.
20.
I was not looking, so
Okay. Anyone who rolls above a 15, which is Zedaar, Braun. I'm guessing that is meant to be Zep. And
No, that's
Darius.
Braun.
Oh, Braun.
Braun to look out.
Oh, of course.
Braun is a +4 perception.
Nice.
He's a sentinel.
Oh, of course, he gets the.
kind of close in the name, yeah.
Yeah, he gets expertise. Doesn't he? I'm pretty sure. Anyway.
Yes, he does.
Braun, Zedaar, and Darius. You don't see any of these masked figures as you're walking along the street on a ground level. However, if you look up, there's many balconies to quite a lot of these shop fronts and buildings where it's a lot of them have shop fronts and or houses on the bottom floor, and then they seem to have living spaces above. And every now and then, most notably on a curved corner of a street, like a curved corner building, you see a balcony with 3 figures who have these sort of a mix between full face and half masks on, in bright colours and a lot of purples in their clothing.
Did we forget to bring a costume?
What do you mean?
But I believe Seven Crests are watching us as we are watching them. They're all around.
Can you point one out for me? I
Can
don't
I
see.
leverage my military experience to figure out, are they general watching? Like, are they watching the street for like anything out of the ordinary? Is this their post, or are they specifically watching us? And are we being tracked?
These ones that you see in particular right now actually seem to just be having a conversation. They don't seem to be on lookout. They seem to be more... If you had to label it, it would be they're on break. But one of them is giving a cursory glance at the street below and does clock you as a group of quite noticeable individuals.
To point them out, Zedaar will point down the street, not at them specifically, but as he's doing that, he will whisper, "See what I'm pointing? Not there. Up, to the left, a little bit, on the corner, right there."
Aha,
Top of
thank
the
you.
red house.
Perfect.
Are you
I'm
telling me
gonna
Ron's
try
going to
and
have
like
a Schwarzenegger accent?
Yeah.
I'm going to try and like commit like what they look like to memory, so in case I need to, I can use Mask of Many Faces to look like them.
They are all masked, so it should be easy to impersonate them.
Precisely. But I needed to see them before I could copy, of course.
Sure thing. But yes, as you continue down the street, you kind of come to it's a fountained area. It's where you're basically now directly below these people on the balcony that you saw. I don't know if those of you who have been in streets of Paris, where you see those sort of long stone roads, and then on the street corner, the actual building itself will curve. It's kind of like that. And now you're in a square between almost two corners of rounded building on parallel axis, with a fountain in the center, and then standard sort of square buildings lining the rest of the square. And there's 4 roads off of the square.
So how do we want to approach this? Do we want to try and find a shop first that does the magic, or do we want to approach one of them and just ask, "Hey, we understand you do work here in the city. Can we talk?"
Perhaps if we were to go somewhere more secluded, they would come and approach us.
That's not
Yeah, I agree.
I think we can possibly do this, yes.
You want to be public. You don't want a gang to.
No, you do it semi-public. So you do it where the public is, but where it's not moving past you.
So is
So,
there,
a shop.
or a cafe or something with like outdoor seating, with tables free around us.
With perhaps little rats with exposed brains.
That is on the other side of the city.
I know, but I miss the rats, okay?
They may be franchised. You don't know.
They did talk
Very
about
quick.
franchising.
It has been less than a day.
The
I would
rats.
be impressed.
Industrious little fellows.
I don't know what to tell you guys, but we expanded all the way out here in a day.
Hey,
Super
the
popular.
Benucci, yeah, what you can say, supply and demand.
I hate this.
I
idea
love
in
hearing
my-
a British guy do a Boston accent.
Was that supposed to be
New York.
Boston?
I think that
Yeah.
was supposed to. I mean,
Somewhere
Boston,
between.
New York.
Is that kind
Well,
of...
considering
General East Coast.
Some
It
clam
doesn't-
chowder in the park.
Gonna go past
Considering
Canada
this
Band.
place
Gotta
is
go down the
more like-
I-95, like,
like,
Anyway.
would an equivalent for that be like a Canadian French accent? Because they're in a like Frenchy town or part of the city.
You're gonna
So,
start
like, would
isolating
it be
people.
top-notch?
You're gonna start isolating people if you get to talk like that. I
Go
guess
on,
we look
Midge.
for a cafe.
Do a French Canadian accent. Let's see how
I
that
can
goes.
barely do a French one, let alone do a Quebecois. Let's
Well, you didn't
Okay.
put the S on the end. I'd have
It's
called it
easy.
Kevin
It's
Morgan.
French, but you just sound kind of like you're an asshole the entire time.
Oh,
Anyways.
no, I know some Quebecois people, and they are lovely. Okay, we're
They
moving
are.
on.
It's like the French themselves
Where are
don't
we
like
going,
apple.
folks? Where are we going? Like,
Pick a cafe, any cafe,
okay, you're
any
heading to
outdoor dining restaurant.
luckily, in this particular square, there is a cafe which would suit your needs. You see a hanging sign. It's got a sort of one of those. It's forged metal sign with what looks to be 3 moons, and also then below that has a hanging basket.
Unfortunately, it's staffed by voles with their brains out instead of rats.
Does it look kind of high end or?
The people outside seem to be of a class more so than anywhere you've seen in this city.
Because
If
I
you-
feel like
Slightly
Seven
finer
Crests,
clothes, yeah. slightly finer clothing. Nowhere near like noble, but this is more city folk.
This seems
Middle
like a good idea.
suburban. we're in a suburban cafe, essentially.
Let us go to Fika.
Okay, so you enter the cafe. Are you just going to sit down outside, or are you going to go into the cafe?
Sit down outside, I think.
I
would be
think
the idea.
outside would be better.
Okay, you take a seat on the metal chairs, and
Specifically
eventually.
request a chair with a solid wall behind me.
It can be done. You manage to get an area of there's like a slight canopy as well of like metal bars with sort of vinery flowing over it, but you manage to get a seat in the corner of this outdoor area, and sort of you manage to position yourself towards the wall of the cafe itself, and eventually a young half-elven woman, long flowing hair and a white dress with like a pinafore over the front, comes up to you and says, "Hello and welcome to the Z." Why am I doing a Z? She's not German. She's Francais. Welcome. Oh my God! I'm gonna keep doing V's with welcome. Welcome to the tripartite moon. Can I get you anything? Hot drink, maybe?
Latte?
Tea, please.
Tea?
And do you have anything like a buttered rolls or something like that?
Can bring you a selection of cakes.
Coffee,
This is
black,
acceptable.
medium.
Is there no bread?
We tend to do hot drinks and patisserie.
Okay, let us have
Cakes.
cake.
Yeah, cafe cakes.
I will have nice tea and whatever the special is.
Coffee.
Tea and cake.
Tea in every cage. I
Tea in
put
every cage.
2 gold on the counter.
He's paying for it all.
Very well. I will return. And she goes off, and after unless there's something else you want to do, after a little while, she brings like a tiered carrier of various selections of cakes. The top one, she informs you, is the special, and then she brings 3 pots of what seem to be a tea and 2 pots of coffee, and
Wait, so
cups to everyone.
she brings 2 pots, so a black coffee and then regular coffee, or coffee with extra in it, because it was just coffee. Did she not bring like a plate with like sugar
Milk
and
bits.
creamer?
I mean,
That's
the
the
sugar and creamer and milks that I didn't add the condiments because this is technically black tea unless you add it to it. But that comes with the cakes. But she's bought.
Nobles, they're all the same.
No, I thought she was the only person.
If you
that
have
puts
something in
two
a pot,
people.
you don't pre-make it with milk. No.
Well, that's why I thought it was
Midge,
weird.
you
had
forget
two-
he's
Americans,
American.
Midge. Midge, you
That's why I
forget.
thought it was weird.
It's
You had 2
very-
things of
They
coffee.
have
fair
tea
point.
bags with sugar in the tea bag.
Yeah. Why would you
I've
bring
never
2 things
seen
of
that.
coffee
As-
if they're just gonna make the coffee the way they want it anyways? You just bring the black coffee.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If you're just
Because-
you just
because
bring
the-
like a thing of
because
black coffee.
Because the
I'm
pots
not
of
the stupid one
the
here.
pots of the coffee are smaller than the tea. That's all it is.
Oh,
Don't jump on me. I was making observational comedy.
Terrible.
God damn it.
Terrible.
They mainly do teas.
Thank you,
They have a
Lake.
slightly smaller jug for the coffee when it's ordered because they do it on an individual basis rather than a group basis. There we go. Didn't think I'd have to break down the serving
Fucking Americans
styles of
and
a Parisian coffee shop in my
But if you want to
D&D
know
game.
more about this one coffee shop, there's probably a page for it on World Advil.
It's not
Probably.
right now. I haven't published this one, but hey.
So as they're setting this out, Zedaar will just kind of pull a silver out, slide it across the table.
This is for you, and I just have to ask: have you lived in this city long? Do you know much of it?
Well, I've lived here all my life. This was my grandmother's coffee shop before me. And yeah, I know a little bit.
Well, I just have a few questions. Is there anything here in this district that we should keep an eye out for? Any places that we should see before we move on?
Are you looking for general places or places with a certain je ne sais quoi?
Either or. Places that we could find that would be interesting to experience, or even places that might find work for individuals who have found themselves in the city as well.
Can she check to see if he's trying to make an innuendo? Because there's like it's gonna be like a 50-50.
Well, in this part of the city, each of the Seven Crests, the seven, she points around the courtyard areas. They have a variety of shops. I recommend viewing them all. But if you're looking for other things, maybe go to the... Well, the old town hall at nighttime becomes the place to be.
He will set a second silver on the table. It's like,
This is for you, please. Thank you.
Thank you. And she picks up. Is there anything else I can do for anyone?
Not at the moment.
Ruby's just gonna add the cream to her.
I'm stuffing my face full of cake.
If I were to look from here, if I were to look from here, where would I go if I was about to inquire about something of a magical nature? Who would be knowledgeable and be used, if you have such knowledge of such things?
I do not know.
Would you know somebody who would?
Magical practitioners are few and far between in Redbury, but there is one curiosity shop that is in the... It is in the Goodwin Crest. It is called... Sorry, let me check my notes.
She busts out a directory book on the table.
the yellow pages, and starts flipping to the yellow pages.
But it's Redbury, so they're actually printed white pages, but
Yeah,
unfortunately.
it is.
God, I can only imagine how thick that book would be if it's on parchment, not paper.
Oh, can you imagine? That'd be insane. You'd have
Just
to have,
whiz
like,
out its own
someone
table.
else. You'd have to have, yeah, like little like a tea room sort of table, like a anything from the cart kind of thing with a book.
Be like the
Or it's
days
just
of
on a
Alexandria-
really long
Library of
scroll.
Alexandria, where books run 30 scrolls. And it's just
It comes down the side of a wall. It is called. There is a curiosity shop by the name of Mad Eye's Quill.
You have been so unimaginably useful, my dear. Thank you for this.
I am
And I shall enjoy the cakes.
Do so. Au revoir. And she goes back into the main cafe to tend to other customers.
Well,
Can,
I have provided us information.
Can
Now
I
we
make a
eat cake.
perception check? I want to see if any of those individuals, masked individuals, are within eye line and are, like, either, you know, on the balconies or on the ground.
Yeah, go for it.
Ooh, that was going to an 18. 8.
You don't see anyone. Anyone of note, anyway.
I think perhaps we should finish off our cakes, try out this Mad Eye's quill to see what we may find here. I'm not sure that the yellow hat people, no, not yellow hat, Seven Crests will be coming to visit us in this shop. So perhaps we come back at nighttime.
Yes, that might work for us. We'll visit the old town hall. If we do not want to visit this Mad Eye Guild first.
It gives Darius the time to sleep that he so longfully desires.
Oh, so I could have just done that.
We could have, but we needed you. You are very
What is
important.
the time right
Stay
now,
to
roughly?
sleep.
It's probably about 2 p.m. at this point now.
So 3, 4. So by the time we get
You
back
don't
to the
need
inn,
to
it'll be coming on
convert
to
it to Australian.
converted to Australian. Oh, okay. It's 4 a.m. here. I don't think it needs converting. 12 hours from now. Got it. But no, like by the time we get back to the inn, it'll be about like what, 4, maybe 5. If we also
So long.
no, if we also go to the store, like magic store, if we spend let's say 2 hours, I believe it took us roughly an hour to get here, so at least 3 hours if we don't get caught up. So by the time we get back, we have to leave again.
Don't think we even have the money to purchase anything of note from a curiosities.
But the magic shop man may know somebody who perhaps could remove these marks from our arms.
I doubt it.
It is worth a look, and what better thing do we have to do?
We need to find
I agree.
hints on how that is
I
done.
could rest so I don't
Yes.
feel my bones scraping against each other.
Why not just get healed?
I mean, there are other things. I cannot.
We could go to an apothecary right now if you need.
I cannot. I cannot. The life of me illustrate this enough in the fact that there are other things that get reset when I sleep that I need desperately.
Basically,
For
he's
my
wasted
entire
all his
purpose.
martial archetype stuff, and he wants that back.
I have
Back up to a
used.
short rest, or is it a long rest?
Nope,
Yeah.
all of it's long rest.
Superiority dice are a short rest, my dude.
Yeah, they're short rest.
I do not know this, so I am going to
I did
conveniently
not know
ignore
that
it.
either. Is that all superiority die or proportionality of how much
All
time
of
you
them.
You
spend
get
in the
them
short
all
rest?
back on a short rest.
Oh, hey, great!
With using
I'm
Chrono's Guide
slightly
to
better.
Time, with Chrono's Guide to Time, my own supplement that we are also using, I believe you get them back after, was it 30 minutes? I think I have it in my...
It was an hour for skill stuff. Like it was
It's
an hour for my
skill
wall
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah, okay, it's an hour for skill stuff then.
I
30
would
minutes
argue
was
we
hit die,
probably had
wasn't
an
it?
hour.
Meanwhile, cries and sorcerer.
No, as a sorcerer,
Oh, right.
don't worry. I'm a sorcerer too. I know that pain.
All right, I'm less averse to going out and doing things now. I mean, still somewhat averse, given the fact that there are some glaring things that I need to be good. But,
Yes, you've had an hour while you were at the place.
But two.
So well, no,
'cause
yeah,
I
but
rested in the sewer.
True. Yeah.
Bearing in
well,
mind
that,
that you can also, even though you can short rest, you don't gain anything from it. Your hit die, you can still use second wind.
Yeah.
He used it already.
No.
Yeah,
that
but
comes
you get it back on a short rest.
Oh yeah. There.
What don't I get back on a short? I thought that was a long rest.
Pretty
thing. Am I
much.
thinking
No.
Am I
you're-
thinking of a
Microphone
different
there.
edition?
You're a short rest warrior. Enjoy that life.
That's what
If I-
fighters are.
if I-
That's what make fighters good. It's everything is a short
Pretty much everything you can
All
do
right,
is a short
so
rest. up
Darius'
until, like,
disposition
ninth
here is
level.
just because he's annoyed by people, not because
Yes.
he's
Yeah.
averse to anything.
That's an established point, though.
Yeah,
It
no,
would seem that the cafe has restored our fighting friend here.
it's good coffee.
Yes, it's
Also,
see what
using
they,
using
invented.
using Chrono's Guide to Time, after 1 hour, because you've completed the respite phase, you can additionally you can a player can roll to recover a small amount of their hit die. So it's 1d4 minus 2 that you can roll, and you can try and recover those.
Sure, why not? 0.
Well, there you go.
That's rough.
There's a chance.
We could take a short rest right now. Like we could just sit in this coffee joint for like another 2 hours. Like short rest or
I think I'm good I don't necessarily need it anymore.
I mean, I would argue that tea and cake counts as short resting. No?
I certainly feel better.
Me too. Let us go to see trinkets and also things.
I feel exactly the same.
We get it. Your class is not as good in the early levels.
She can set things on fire. You hit things.
So,
I don't think there is.
Are you
competition.
guys? Are you looking for this shop?
Yes.
Yes.
When we know specifically to head to the Goodwin Crest.
Why does
Okay,
it all seem to get
so-
better as you just sit for an hour? I have to sleep for an entire night. Perfectly perm my hair. It's a thing.
You get to sleep. I must actually do work in the evenings to get my things back.
Oh,
Got a point.
poor
Artificers-
unfortunate soul.
Artificers are essentially the D&D version of a freelancer. They just have to do everything at night time once their normal working day is finished to actually get things done. Anyway.
Also a mood.
Yes, so you head to the Goodwin Crest, and you see this shop. It is in a slightly more rundown of these older buildings, still far greater than anything else you've seen around the town. And you come across it. It's kind of a the stonework is slightly darker, and it seems to be the bottom floor of a 3-story, halfway down a street just off of the crest. But you see it. It has a black sign out the front with a white silhouette of a quill on it.
I think this is the place. Let us go in.
Yeah.
Yeah, go in.
Let's go in.
Nobody seems that keen on entering first.
So the opposite end.
We're all just
Jeez.
sitting there looking at the door like, let's go in, guys. Come on.
Okay.
Someone?
I like window shopping. What can I say?
There it is. That's the.
It's my shopping channel music that I'm throwing on. So you enter the quill, and so you entered the shop, and a lot of the walls have been painted with a dark color. There seems to be a small, like, bonsai tree on a glass counter as you walk in. There's not much around, but there is a bookshelf lining the far left, and there are a few sort of display cases, but other than that, it's actually a really small, like, shop front. Behind the shop is a gentleman with what seems to be, he's in sort of a kind of combination of a robe and a dressing gown, kind of like one of those very almost Hugh Hefner kind of robes, and he's got
Smoking jacket?
Smoking jacket then, and a cravat, and seems to have a monocle, looking down at an open book on the desk.
Oh, I hate him from his look. Like,
Really
by the way, this music.
beaked nose and
All I can see from this music is a
And-
shitty little shop. It's like a shitty little strip mall shop with a woman on the front desk just smoking a cigarette, just going, "What do you need, honey?" Just like she's got.
You see, I have a Zelda imagery in my mind. I'm expecting
Well, I was
like
thinking Pokemon.
yeah, but
No,
Yeah.
that's all I see, because this is like the shit they would pump in, because it's royalty free and it doesn't cost anything.
So yeah, so you enter the show. I had to play it, but no, I'll save that for a proper thing. But yes, is there what can I? You enter the shop. Are you all going in?
yes, Ruby's going in.
Yeah, I'll go in.
Same time.
Okay.
We'll walk through the door at the exact same time.
Okay.
Yep.
All
Door
six of us.
Shoulder to shoulder.
And he looks up and he's, hello, can I help you?
Well, whoever knows more about the magic should take the lead here.
Ruby.
Zep.
Me!
I don't mind. So, hello. We are here possibly for your services, possibly for a bit of information.
Oh, anything I can provide.
Well, perhaps your name, sir.
I am Quilliam Fairfax.
What is his heart rate? It's got to be like near 0.
He's the chillest dude. Do I get the smell of skunk weed in here? Or?
Give me a perception check.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy!
What time do you think it is? Like, what year is it, sir?
That's a 6 because it's my rolls.
Do you think there's some incense burning in the corner of the room?
Well, as it so happens, we're in the market for magic. Perhaps some magical information as well, if such a thing could be provided.
Such a thing can definitely be provided. What is it that I can get any of you?
Ruby will pull out a little bit of her spell and parchment and draw the symbol that's currently branded on their arm. Not showing that she is branded, but just what it looks like.
Okay.
Could you tell me something about this?
Yes. It is a mark of entrapment. They're used very often in the city here. I myself was once marked, but I paid my dues.
So it is possible to survive and it actually being able to take on off. Safe.
Plan of action: we take his blood. And
Ruby's just gonna take her hand and put it over Darius's mouth.
That wasn't with an accent. That was Roach talking,
That
not
was
Darius.
Because it's so hard to tell.
Gag him. Interesting. And do you happen to know a way to remove it?
Oh God, no! I just did what I needed to do, and it went away.
It went away. Nobody removed it from you.
Figuratively speaking, no, somebody removed it.
And who removed it?
I was under the influence of copious amounts of substances.
We can-
Really?
Are these the same substances you are on the now?
Oh,
Still riding that high down at this point.
He's been high for 94 years.
I'm not on anything, officer. You don't have anything about me.
It was the 1920s, and I smoked the dankest.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
What do you sell here?
Oh, trinkets, baubles, things
A lot
that
of glassware.
take interests, a lot of glassware. I've got this head of a Bengal, not Bengal tiger. Bengal is not a place. I've got this stuffed head of a white tigress that you might want. I'm currently putting cigars in it. We
Canes for some
have
reason.
a few magical trinkets and intricacies and
Scrolls?
That good shit?
I have some. And he starts to really slowly flick through the book that's on the desk. Any scroll you're looking for in particular?
Find familiar.
Dispel magic.
That as well.
I feel like that could still be not good.
Yes, we'll point out, Mr. Valmy, I do not believe dispelling this would be conducive to our health.
Like, I reckon
know
if
unless
it's
we
like
try.
linked up to like our
Fine, but I'm
heart or
trying on
some
you.
shit, where, yeah,
I
you can be
didn't
there,
volunteer.
Krem.
I actually do have a scroll of dispel magic.
I hate this man so much.
I think even if we do not use that upon the issues that we have, it may come in handy elsewhere.
It's worth trying it out on one of us, but who wants to really take the chance?
Ruby just puts a finger on her nose.
Follow suit.
Wrong with your nose?
He got him started.
She was pointing to us. This is a
It's just an issue.
Okay.
She's always right on it.
That sounds
I would-
funny.
I'd also like to perhaps find find familiar.
Back. Okay. There you go.
How does a man this high afford this place?
I do
He sounds
doubt
good shit.
that.
I think you just answered your own question.
Very true.
I don't think property laws are gonna be.
Okay, can
too
I slide
hardcore
one
in this
gold
place.
onto the counter and just be like, whatever you've got, I want.
Stick around long enough, Sonny, and you'll get on it anyway.
I take the
I'm
gold
gonna
back
get a
off the
contact high if we're here
counter.
too long.
I was gonna say, I think the longer we stay in here, the more contacts we're gonna need to make. Gonna get hotboxed at a shop.
Now that you mention it, there is a sort of faint smoke from a couple of incense burners in the corners of the room. Luckily, the door is open right now.
He's got a crossbreeze going.
Opens the door.
But I have a few things magical.
Lucy does
and
not have Find Familiar?
otherwise. I don't, unfortunately.
What do you have?
So I have
As quickly as possible.
Okay, I will do this out of
Perhaps if you have a
He
catalog
has
book we can
a
look at.
scroll of Dispel Magic, Fly, Hold Person, and Cure Wounds.
Alright. See if any other
Um,
magical shit.
Yeah, there's other magical shit if you inquire about it.
Do I have to?
What other magical shit do you have? With the catalog.
With the catalog.
Okay.
have
After
a
a
menu.
while of
We're the people playing Red Dead Redemption 2
discussing
that just go
and
to the
looking
catalog
around,
and just start going
and,
through.
well, there's enough of you looking around the shop as well because there's a few display cabinets. There's a few things you see. There's an Orb of Time. There is. A Wand of Magic Missile. There is also. Hold on. Let me just-
Excuse the DM as he looks at the list of the things we might be able to afford.
Yeah, I'm.
Wand of Magic Missile, you say?
I think the most any of us have is like just shy of, or just above 100 gold pieces.
Yeah,
It's like,
I am scanning a list of
nothing.
things to try and think of things that might be interesting, so I just don't have to.
I had a
read
wand
off
of
a list.
Orcus for 10,000 gold pieces.
100,000 gold.
Just to has that sitting around.
That's
How
a-
much
that's
is
a-
the- how much
Open
is-
the back
Would you
door.
believe that's actually a reference?
Yeah.
that's- I had a wand of Orcus. I decided to try and sell it.
He did, and then that merchant went away. Like immediately.
Funny enough, the apocalypse started soon after.
How much is the Wand of Magic Missiles?
It's is 290 gold pieces.
all of our money for a single wand of magic.
Yeah, but, and hear me out.
No, I've already spent. I've already put money to the cause.
And,
you're not getting any of
yeah.
mine.
But hear me out. You can write a line of credit, right?
And I just point at the magic orb looking thing and be like, what the hell does that thing do? He goes like, I have no idea what a time orb is.
This tells you the exact time to the second, wherever you are on the plane. It's essentially an act. It's a GMT
clock.
standard clock. Yeah. It's the actual.
Why can't we just get somebody with keen mind? Come on, waste your feet.
While holding the orb, you can use an action to determine whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or nighttime outside. And this property functions only on the material plane.
Just like what does that look like? You just hold on one moment. Just bring like screams of the ether start coming out. Just go, it's exactly 12:30. Just puts it back.
How much does it cost?
It just has the.
Way too.
That is 90 gold.
9 gold? Cool.
19.
No, 9.
No, I
God.
think you'll find it's 90.
9. And T.
Look, kid, if you want to get on the dankest of shit, don't play games with me.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
already inside your
shop.
furry mind.
I hate this shop so much.
Ruby, I think this wand of magic missile would very much be something that we could use in the party. If
Absolutely.
you think that it is worth it, also, I will be willing to put up some money towards the purchase of it.
It would go a long way. I will point out that I more or less robbed Darius earlier to purchase this pearl. So I would not.
I acknowledged it.
We do offer identification as a service.
Yes, but now I can do it as well.
Touche, madam, touche. Like the cut of your jib.
What's a jib?
It's a piece of a sail. It
sailing
falls onto
term.
the front, and it's the triangle, I think.
There you go. I actually didn't know that.
The Wand of Magic Missiles would go very well, but I believe this is more of a group purchase than a me purchase, because I've got a whopping 20 gold to my name.
So
I will.
Oh, right.
It is. Oh, nice.
Sorry.
I will give over 80 gold pieces to Ruby and say this is what I can afford to spare right now. If the rest of the party here can also put up some, I think this wand of magic missile would be something that would very much help us out.
Don't we have some money for just the party alone? Like, isn't there some money in the party bank? Alright, so I
The point
kind
of
of...
it is to save money so that we can use it later.
Okay,
instead
no.
of-
Isn't now later?
Now is the letter, yes.
I also have this, and he pulls up some rope and puts that on the desk. And
What is
we have this, and he opens
that
like
a-
another box.
Is that a threat to say if we can't afford it, we're just gonna hang ourselves? Is that what it is?
I thought my grandma looked at me like,
also
"It must be."
he has a box as well, which seems to have some leathers in it. This is
Letters, I like leather letters.
let me show you what this does. And he gets the rope, and then he pulls out like a butcher's knife and cuts it in half, and then goes, "Now you see it."
2
Like
ropes.
that." And it's back
You
together.
want to see something cool, kids?
It's a rope of mending. So it's a rope that will automatically
Okay.
mend itself back together.
How much
And
for that, though?
the rope of mending. It's
We totally need that. We didn't just waste. We didn't just
that
use.
is 90 gold. Kid, you're getting a theme. And then the other thing is a set of cast-off leather armor.
Wait, no, not magical. Like just cast off leather armor. Just
Yeah.
like, just armor made from leftover. Okay.
No,
it's cast off leather armor. You push a button, it falls off you.
Yeah, it's so you can
Oh,
quickly
okay.
doff and
That has a different. That is a different connotation.
you can, you can doff the armor as an action.
Real
It's essentially armor with a zip cord.
And here's
Rip-
some armor made from the leftovers of a leather cut
It's
I
literally
had
just
lying
armor
around.
you zip up in the back instead of having to put on.
Yeah.
Okay, that's better than
Yeah.
here's some
It's,
shitty
it's,
leftovers.
it's magic
I
ripoff
made.
armor.
Yeah.
Breakaway pants or whatever they're called.
It's I got this from a nightclub.
Oh, shit.
I want to go home. I want to leave.
I still think this wand is the best option we have here.
You might need to wash it before you put it on.
I would also need everyone in the store to make a Constitution saving throw.
Hey, we
fucking
feel
knew it.
If it's starting to get
Oh,
too
yeah.
Huzzah.
I hope I fail.
The DC is 10.
Well, I rolled a 4.
23.
10!
Ruby,
Whoa.
Zedaar, and Zep, you feel really relaxed. Really relaxed.
You got a combat and an infiltration later tonight. God damn it.
You feel really relaxed.
It's just on the nerves.
Statistically,
Ruby hasn't rolled hers yet.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, sorry, that was your perception. Oh no, Ruby, you're fine. But Zedaar and Zep, you're feeling really chill. Really chill.
So now I have to do a stoned Dutch accent. Fantastic.
So just a Dutch accent.
What does stoned Dragonborn sound like?
So,
Rah, XD,
Yeah.
So.
I was imagining you go to your baser instincts, you're just looking like on a hot lamp or something. Just, it's
we were supposed to be concluding something here. We were here for a purpose, yes?
Anything else I can help you with?
Are we going to put forth one of magic missiles, or is it only? If not, then I'll give you your money back, Lambert.
Is anyone else willing to help out with this purchase, or are we
How
saying
much
that we
money
do
do you need?
Who's Lambert?
about,
Valmir, sorry.
about 200 more?
Well, yeah,
One of my
he
rations.
gave me 100.
Yeah.
Or he gave me 90. I could put
Yeah, Zep
basically
eating
10.
a ration.
I can throw 20 in the pot. Oh, take 28. 28 exactly.
That's 128 gold out of 190 required. Or no,
Darius
290.
is going to step. Darius is going to step forward for the first time. He's been standing back from the party. He's going to go up to the counter, putting on his not often seen but existent negotiation face as a noble.
This man has negotiation face.
Yes, when I care. So
Darius, are you slightly stoned? No, you're not you.
no, Darius is more sober. More sober coming in here than he was outside. Like he's just.
Darius was standing next to the door.
The longer you're in the room, the less pain you're in, actually, Darius.
This is good for my glaucoma.
Sorry, man.
Sir.
Yeah.
Sir, we're going to be very frequent customers to you. We are expected to do quite a lot of work in the city in the upcoming days and weeks. I was wondering if maybe we could work ourselves out a bit of a deal on this first purchase, maybe as a trial run for this relationship.
You haven't told me what you're purchasing.
We're purchasing the wand, good sir.
The wand! And then he moves faster than you've actually seen him move, and he puts everything else really quickly away, and then just picks up the wand. You want to do a deal?
Yes. Well, deal on top of a deal, because remember, the initial deal is just money for item. We want to do a deal where we have a slightly less of a price tag on the item for.
I'll do a deal. Do you think you could move some items for me as well?
I can go to the pastry shop down the road and bring you some snacks.
We could do that.
He just looks and he's like,
You want one of these as well?
ah. Takes the ration, starts eating the ration. Okay,
It's very good, right?
pretty good.
Okay, out of character, how much money we got? For how much money and what's the price tag?
It's
290 is the price
290. We have about 120 and 128 in the pot.
128 in the pot right now. Okay. Is anybody else willing to give anything? Because I'm not going to knock them down 50%.
There's
That's not going to
100.
happen.
There's 110 gold in the party fund.
There's 110 in the party fund.
Yeah, I'm fine with you using that.
I'm also okay with that.
But not your own money.
I gave over my own money.
This is why you
Okay.
have party fund, no?
Zedaar's not
Alright.
putting any money in on that, but he is also in control of the party fund. And right now, he's feeling like,
I mean, what's the worst that could happen if we just fund this for the moment?
Yeah, I
It's
like how
soaked up. It's soaked up the dank over the years it's been here, and it's just gonna get people high. That's what's gonna happen. It's gonna get high in combat, which may be a good thing.
I'm not sure if it's a wand of sleep or a wand of charm person. It's hard to tell.
It's both. It's a combo.
With a touch of fog cloud.
It's a combi wand.
It's a wand, darling.
I'm willing to talk you down. I'm willing to talk down to maybe. Let's go to 245. Let's knock off 55 gold pieces for a future relationship where we will be coming back here for our magical needs.
And the dank shit.
No. Shh.
Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Really? Because we offered snacks.
We did offer snacks.
That
We
does
did.
sound like the advantage to me.
Okay, flat roll. Flat roll. There's a reason
Flat
for
roll?
the advantage disadvantage thing.
Persuasion. Did you say persuasion check?
Yeah.
Okay. Plus, I'm going to use a superiority die. 19.
So 19. 245. And you get me some of those nice little brownie bites from the patisserie down the road.
Done.
Yeah. Go
And
on.
you said you had wares that needed
Army
moved.
lights.
Deal?
I look back to the party. Is that a good? Is that a
will
good
nod.
or
He mentioned something about him wanting
nod.
goods being moved. Perhaps price can come down more if we do job for him.
we just gotten 55 gold pieces knocked off an item.
Yeah, you did.
But it could be 60.
I'm already etching on the rolls here, man. I already rolled a 9 on this. You you're rolling another one.
I've already sent Braun off to get the brownies and more
Okay.
snacks.
Okay then,
All
sure.
good. Deal, my good man.
So where is the money coming from?
I don't know. That's all up to you guys.
So
I'm not putting a cent
the
into this.
110 from the party fund is gone. And then the rest of you got
28 was
135.
the math, I believe.
135 to cover still.
I quickly rush out of the shop, and can I find an alleyway quickly? I have an idea.
Does Ruby have does Ruby have it?
Yeah, you can find an alleyway.
Cool. So I pull out the glass bottle I have in my inventory, and I pee into it, and put a cork on it.
Okay.
It's all part of my idea. This is all part of the plan.
You have a pea field.
I'm not even the DM, but this is giving me PTSD.
Now I get bleach.
Yeah.
And I put them into an airtight container.
Ruby, did you have gold towards this?
Ammonia and bleach.
Ammonia and bleach.
Anyway, I go back in and I sit on the counter and say, "This is a repugnant vial of liquid that can gas out any room that you put it in.
Have we received?
How
our
much
item?
would you offer that for?
Received the item
How
that
much
we
would you
paid
pay me
for.
for this?"
Not yet.
Okay. Ruby, have you money to put towards this?
He takes
I
the
gave-
vial from
I
you,
gave-
Kifis. He pops the cork. Puts his tongue around the lip. The rim.
No.
Can you make a Constitution save?
He might be. I'll give you 5 gold for it.
Deal.
+5?
Ruby had 20 gold to put towards it.
We need 2 gold.
I can hand up that 2 gold. It's fine.
You've been buying the things for us. I will give you the 2 gold. It's not a problem.
Okay, then we are good then.
Okay,
I just
you
took
hand over the
5.
money, and there is a wand of magic missile in your party sheet. And Braun returns with a tray of brownies, and also brings some like schnitzel for you. It's a combination of not schnitzel. There's some like apple turnovers for you, Zeb.
You know me too well, my friend. Thank you.
This seems like large purchase now, but I do believe this will come in handy. I think this will be essential.
Doesn't a wand have limited charges?
Yeah, should say.
So,
But it comes back on a long rest.
One has 7 charges. When holding it, you can use an action to spend 1 or more of its charges to cast magic missile from it. 1 charge cast at first level version of the spell. You increase the spell slot level for each charge you spend. The wand regains 1d6 expended charges daily on dawn. If you roll a d20 on a 1, if you expend the last charge on a d20, roll a d20 on a 1. The wand crumbles to ashes.
So, essentially, infinite magic missiles just do not use the last charge.
So you have 6 a day, right? Or is it 5 a day?
6.
6 a day.
6, but you want to use 5.
No, 7 a day, but you want to use 6.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's magic.
How much was the pastries and stuff, by the way?
Oh, I was going to knock off a Braun sheet because he has his own money, so I'll do it.
Yeah, because Braun actually does get paid as a member of the party.
Yeah, he does.
Well, yeah.
Okay, with that out of the way, I think maybe we go to have some rest at the sleeping dagger, the singing dagger, the whatever dagger, and then we go at nighttime to the town hall.
I mean, with how long this has taken, isn't it already nighttime? I mean, we've been here 5 hours. We just didn't know it.
Depends how
Just
hard.
exited.
I just lay down on the floor.
Not a 1 high. Not a 1.
Let's find out, shall we?
Brown, what time was it when we went outside? When you went outside?
Okay, so Kifis, you're now high.
yeah.
You're not.
I
Zedaar,
failed
you're still-
again.
Zep, you're feeling a bit more lucid. Ruby, you are feeling really chill, and Darius, you're fine.
I just lay down on the
I
floor.
repeat, Ruby
and
hasn't
stare
rolled. I
at
need
the
to
roof.
roll.
Oh, I found a way to force it this time.
Yeah, you failed in the you failed that one too.
Okay.
This shop is really cool. Like there is an entire stuffed bear now in the corner that the shop owner has wheeled out. Like
I will
Make
leave
it
the shop
Braun.
with trinkets.
You can get Braun's attention and just start hurting these people out that
I
are.
really hope
This
that
is
the
good
money
idea.
we spent from the party fund won't come back to bite us. But you know, like we need to pay a wizard to figure out how to get rid of the mark.
It's very.
But as we
Okay, so you're
think we
depressed.
have found out, if we try to get rid of Mark, we go boom.
It's a downer.
You're a down. Okay, so you get pretty depressed when you're high. Okay.
I am
We know-
sorry
we
to
know
kill
that.
the mood, but we need to go. Bro just starts shuffling people out.
Yeah, I would agree.
You see the mom of the group is just passing out water bottles. Hydrate.
It's just yeah. Broad has just got
I'm gonna
water
get some of my
skins.
gummies, but getting character.
Oh dear, not on stream, please.
No.
But anyway, so are you heading back to rest for a little while before you go, or are you just going to explore the Seven Crests a bit further?
Not
I
these
could
people
use a
like this.
lie
This
down.
doesn't seem like a good idea.
We're gonna lose the raccoon somewhere, and he's just gonna be.
Zedaar, as Zedaar's walking, he's just kind of, his head is just like up, his chin is out, and he's just kind of like swaying back and forth, like he's just staring up at the sky.
What does
I'm
behind
just playing with my own tail. I'm captivated by my tail and how bushy it is, and I'm just gonna walk. I don't care if
tracks.
you're in front of me. I'll just keep on walking.
I would say that I am right in front of Kifis, and I am going to use my tail as a tiefling to tickle his ears, but I have Mask of Many Faces to hide the tail, so he cannot see the tail that is tickling his ears.
That shit's good.
Just need to check and see if this trip takes a turn. It starts going down the bad trip.
No.
The dragons are coming! The dragons are coming!
So you guys wander slowly back towards the sleeping dragon.
The couch is eating.
Sleeping. I'm saying sleeping now. We've had sleeping, singing.
It's the singing, sleeping, silent dragon.
It's not even a dragon. It's a dagger.
In the name of brevity, there was one other thing I was going to look out for, would be an apothecary selling crafting materials.
Are you
Okay.
capable of looking out for it?
Yeah, I've
Braun certainly is. You on the way back. You actually just as you cross back into the clay market, you do come across a sort of like a wagon-based trader with various sort of components and like herbal stuff.
Yeah.
It's not like tinker wood nuts and bolts. It's more an herbalist.
Yeah, I'm looking for things like sulfur, saltpeter, that type of
Oh
thing.
yeah, they've got those kind of components.
Cool. Then I would buy 30 gold pieces worth of crafting materials.
Sure, that's perfectly doable.
Cool.
Okay,
That's all I wanted.
so you return back to the singing dagger once more. Oh my god, why does that always start so loud and then go really quiet? Ugh. Anyway, you enter the singing dagger. This time there's not they've cleared the knife throwing boards, and the sanded area in the far corner has had a rope ring put around it, and there is a little flat sign over as like fight night on it.
Where do I enlist?
Oh yeah, because you're not gonna feel any pain.
Yes.
Okay, I, as someone who does this while recovering from surgery, will say, sort of. You still feel
Don't be
pain,
caught.
you just don't care.
Yes. Let's not give. I would say to the audience, please do not try anything any of our party members ever speak about ever.
I cannot
Not
confirm
even at
or deny
home, just
any
ever.
kind of
Just don't.
experience.
Just these
Unless
people
you
are
wanna
not
be cool.
Role models.
Oh, don't throw that out there. Somebody's gonna take you seriously.
I am personally a very bad role model. Do not take after anything that I do, say, or stand for.
That should just be the
that's
tagline
in
for
Australia,
Australia.
not in
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
rude.
It's just Australia. Don't look at us.
Don't look at us. We're still fucking up, but hey, we're doing it fun.
We're
Down
just
under for a
surprised.
reason.
Australia, we're just as surprised as you are.
It seems to be a reoccurring theme for anybody who's been a former British
Colony.
colony.
Yeah. Don't worry, we are as well. We just don't like to mention it. Anyway, so are we just resting until going out in the evening? Is that kind of what we're doing?
Zedaar has stumbled into a chair and he's just kind of staring off into space at this point because he's gotten double doses and he's gonna take a minute before he comes back.
Hell yeah!
I was gonna
it
say
is.
he's got to be kind of a lightweight, doesn't he? Because he's a man of he's a man of God. So-
Like he's probably used to living in, like he's lived in temples. He's used to breathing in censer fumes. So like as that was coming in, he was just like breathing it in deep. It got real in there.
Just got into it. Okay, so if we're just gonna wait through the time here,
I do want to sign up for the fight. So you mentioned that
Get
there's
his
a
ass
fight.
kicked.
I want to sign up for it.
So you go towards Greer, who is currently walking around. Yes.
Fight, middle ring thing, gold on counter. I want to fight.
Takes the gold. Would you like change? Prize is 25 gold.
I look at my clothes. No.
Okay.
Wait.
He paid for it.
Yeah.
Come on. This makes me unendingly happy.
Come back around 8 p.m. and bring your
have
A
a
game.
job.
I will watch.
I'll just go lay down underneath the table and just, like, rest.
When is this fight?
8 p.m.
Yeah.
It's too bad we didn't get the time ball, so we don't know. We don't have time.
When
But if there's nothing else anyone wants to do, I'm going to go ahead and say we should take our break here. So we will be back in 5-10 minutes. Get yourselves water, drinks, snacks, whatever you need. Hydrate, get a move. We're going to do the same. Take care of yourselves, and we'll be back in a moment. Okay. Let's get back to it, friends. Don't know another word. Don't know where this voice has come from. Suckably it. Let's rush the D&D. Let's go. So,
Speed run.
In component cast, nice to roll you.
Let's get end game. Let's go. Hey.
Suckably yet.
It's
Let's
like
rush
personal
D&D
attack on
is
Tommy
the
or
best
what do you-
fucking thing I've ever heard. That's amazing.
I don't know whether playing D&D or League of Legends, but either way, I hate it.
We're age gap, right? Like we didn't just go up an age gap because you said that.
Oh,
dear.
yeah, it's not like a swear word in. I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, that's swear in
What? Son of
Russian.
a bitch.
We know we're actually covered swearing wise on our age thing, so we're good. There.
But are you covered Australian swearing wise?
No.
No, let's put it this way. I had to remove any parental guidance is advised sort of levels because we've got an Australian on the show. Like, that's just how it works. But anyway, so fully rested. I'm going to give you all a long rest. It is now in the evening.
Slight question, DM.
Yeah, go for it.
Because I realized this. How long did I pay for Scumbag?
You have one more day of Scumbag.
Was it 3 days?
Mm-hmm.
Did I pay for? Okay.
Is the wand already at full charges, or no?
It is currently at full charges. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta roll for my hit dice because I actually.
But you're taking a long rest.
Hey, I got a hit dice back. How do
Well,
I
that's
put
on a short.
one
That's
in?
on a short. You're fine. No,
Oh,
it restores because we've had a long rest. That's after the rest.
we haven't gotten a long rest though.
It should have given you one.
No, because I'm still only down to 2 hit dice.
You only recover 1.5. Sorry, half your level's worth of hit dice.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
Oh, right, it's rounding down. That's why I didn't want to. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, never mind. I don't get my hit dice back. Good.
Yes. So it is probably about 7:30. Where are you going?
To the town hall.
Oh, we have to wait though, because if one of us has a
I
fight.
entered into a fight at 8. My bad.
We'll
'Cause
do
that
the
was a
fight
good
first, I
idea.
guess.
Hey, I was stoned off my mind. Thank you very much.
This was accurate.
Okay.
Is everybody sober now?
We will find out. Yes, everybody's sober.
Oh.
Yeah. No, it's
Okay.
fine.
It's like, how dank is it?
How dank was the day?
How dank
No,
could it be?
that passed like an hour into going back to existence.
Is there a dankness meter?
A
There
dankometer.
probably
dank.
is.
We've got the dankometer. there probably is a thing. Right. Okay. Let's get.
That's a group name, the Dankness.
Veto.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Using my veto powers on that.
Dankians
So.
and Dragons.
Veto.
We can't do Dankest Dungeon because I think that's too close to a copyright.
Dungeons and dankness.
That definitely exists. Definitely,
Dank and dank.
that's too unoriginal to not have already existed.
Right. Well, I mean, I used to listen to a podcast called Drunks and Dragons, which was they all did like essentially booze tasting at the same time as playing D&D, which is great.
Oh, that would have gone.
So-
Yeah, that should go so well.
It's like drunk
So,
history.
Kifis, you're entering a fight.
Yes.
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 Okay.
I'm going to get the absolute shits knocked out of me.
Yeah,
I mean, you're a monk.
That's my thought.
Kifis, you enter the small arena area. There is a number of individuals surrounding and fans getting ready to watch. There then enters the ring a large, mustachioed man with a sort of big curly moustache, completely shaved head. It's human, seems to be about 6'6", muscles, no shirt, tattoos up his body, massive like anchor on his arms, and he just puts up his arms ready to fight.
Is his name Colonel Armstrong?
No, but I
I was
feel like
thinking
it
the
should be.
same.
Damn it.
Before we start on this, Barry, I do ask if Braun wants to take part.
I will watch. I would not like to hurt the flesh ones.
That is a reasonable concern. Braun Bronson.
Go on, Kifis. I believe in you.
That's first.
Kifis.
Okay, yeah. So, I guess we're in the ring. And I guess I'll just throw the first punch.
Okay. Roll an attack.
After the bells rang, right? Not while you're doing not while you're touching gloves.
Like he's waiting outside the ring, and the other guy's like taller than he jumps up on the top rope and just lunges in at him.
Yeah.
Just turns into a feral raccoon.
It just becomes a WWE match.
Real
Where you're
American
like, the
starts
doesn't run
playing
yet,
over
but you're
the
attacking him
speaker
anyways.
system.
So you throw an unarmed strike, which this large fellow looks at you and goes, just gives out a heh heh, and just moves your paw aside, and then he's going to go for a strike on you.
Quick question, what are the rules of this fight? Are you allowed to use abilities? Are you allowed to use...
This is a bare knuckle boxing fight, so
spending a key point to punch him again technically wouldn't be that bad.
no, that'd
Just
be
don't
fine.
kill him.
Yeah.
Are you spending a key point to?
I think I will. I'll spend a key point and
Go for
I'll try and punch him in the face. So I fluked my first shot, but every first shot's just a test, you know. So, far out. Okay.
That's 100% better.
Yeah,
It's 100% better roll.
I'm just warming up, okay?
So just
One day
for
I'll
the
do-
audience is, I think that was a 7 and a 9 from Kifis. So, Kifis, this large guy is just moving your paws about. He's like, you get the impression from your opening flurry that this guy is used to bare knuckle boxing, and then, bang! He just, once he's pushed aside, just kind of lets out a small punch straight to your nostril area. Does a 19 hit your AC?
Yes.
So you take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you take a punch to the face, and then he's going to try and grapple you. So I need you.
Are they dancing?
Oh, sorry, he's got Tavern Brawler. Okay, cool.
He
Well,
might
you're
do
in
it.
a tavern and you're brawling, so I would assume so.
I also have it.
So I need you to make a strength save. No, a strength check, not a strength saving throw.
This is either going to end with a grown man beating up like beating up with his bare hands a raccoon,
22.
or a raccoon killing a man in front of all of us.
You manage to. He tries to use his weight against you, but you duck and dive, and then you actually grab him and push him away. You survive his first barrage. It's your go.
Okay, so I, bizarrely enough, punch him.
Okay, go for it. Roll some punches.
Really doesn't like me today. 12.
That hits.
Oh, thank God. 6.
It just you manage to just give him a good gut punch after you've put him off kilter from dodging the grapple, and you just rib hit him
By
for
the
6
way,
damage.
by the way, that's a Tavern Brawler strike. So
Okay.
my Tavern Brawler strike is the exact same as my normal punch, so I don't have one actually dialed in for it.
That's fine.
Yeah. So, when you hit a creature with an unarmed strike or an improvised weapon on your turn, you can use a bonus action to attempt to grapple the target. So I attempt to grapple him.
Go for it. Try and grapple. This is opposed strength, correct?
I believe so.
Okay. So He has a +5 to his strength.
15.
Or his athletics. 11. You grapple him. So as what I'm seeing now is just the raccoon just jumps on this guy's back. And then pinches
Jump
him
on his
down.
back.
Is that the end of your
Okay.
turn?
Family Guy
Yep,
joke
that
about
is the
this
end of my turn.
somewhere.
Okay. He's going to try and break from the grapple. So, that again is a opposed strength, correct?
Yep.
So if you give me a strength, he can't get out. You've got it.
16.
He's rolled another 11. You've got him down. He holded him down. That's the end of his turn.
Obviously I want to slap him.
Okay, go for it. Slap him. That hits.
24.
My lord.
4 damage.
4 damage on top of the 6. Cool. He's looking pretty
Um,
hurt.
So you're on his
And
back,
I-
and you're just like, on the back of his head.
And I want to use a key point.
Go for
To bash him again.
it. Go for it.
17.
That hits.
5.
And he just goes. You just essentially donkey punch him to the back of the head with his with the last hit, and he just goes flat into the sand. You win this fight.
Yeah.
Just saw a grown man get beaten to unconsciousness
By a raccoon.
by an overgrown squirrel.
I do not think this is the last time we will see such an occurrence.
The rest of the group gathered kind of go to a sort of stunned silence before they go into a rapturous applause, and they just start cheering, and they're going. You just hear them just begin cheering, and you hear a couple of people going, "Woo yeah, raccoon man, raccoon man, raccoon!" Like there's just.
I guess that's my new wrestling name. Raccoon Man. It's like
and-
Spider-Man, but less cool.
And his name is Raccoon.
And Greer steps out and goes, "Is there anybody that will take on Raccoon Man?"
And it rhymes with doom.
Oh Jesus! Is anybody?
Missed opportunity to call him the Tanuki Bandit.
You got me while I was
Anybody
sipping my drink. Nope.
Is anybody stepping forward?
Nobody
Ruby can't throw a
currently-
punch for shit, so don't
Nobody
look
is
at her.
currently stepping forward.
All Ruby's doing
this?
is dancing on the side. Probably some interpretation of everything I'm shuffling. You know?
If you're not a monk, what is your? How do you do an unarmed attack? Is it? It's just D4 -1, right? Is your damage?
Strength modifier.
Whenever Strength
It's
modifier. but
one
the
one
damage-
plus your strength, isn't it? 1 plus your strength modifier
Oh, it is. Okay. Yeah.
for your damage.
No.
So I get for my strike, I get 1d4 plus 3.
Yeah. Everyone's kind of just looking at how this raccoon man just dealt with a hulking behemoth of a bare knuckle boxer, and they're like, nope.
I just kind of poke him, just making sure he's kind of alive.
He's getting up now, and he's like, "Ugh," and he exits the ring pretty ashamed of himself. He thought it was going to be easy, but no, it was over in 2 rounds of combat. And Greer just goes, "Well, I guess this is yours. Thanks for making a very short fight tonight." Anyway, bring the boards back in. He just hands you 25 gold, and let's get this
Sweet.
stuff cleared up. And he goes off. But yes.
That was fun. Congratulations, my friend.
You win the fight.
Thank you. I didn't expect that.
I don't think anybody did.
Okay, so I slam 5 gold on the counter and just be like, buy all my friends a drink.
Who are you saying this to?
The bar owner. Wait, buy the whole bar a drink. Just...
That is like 3 rounds for entire bar for 3 days.
You don't have concept of coin, do you?
These
No, I'm
shiny
not even going to
things?
get into it. Okay, bringing you a bottle of something. And one of the bar staff eventually walks over with a pretty nice looking bottle of wine and sits glasses down on the table.
Sweet.
At least we didn't have to wait too long. We can still get to the city hall without having spent. I mean, that was pretty quick.
Alright. So I finished up my drink. And then, yeah, let's head off if you guys want.
Yes, let us go. Let us bring the bottle that you won with us.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's bring that bottle. Right. I totally didn't forget.
Brown bag can't have an open container and open just on the street.
This is red berry.
So I'm just a raccoon holding the bottle.
In Redbury, open container laws, very strict about that.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
games agree
Only
on.
thing.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, they
That's
would
the
be.
only-
They would be.
Yeah, it's the only thing we can crack down on because normally it's
Hey,
only the
Jimmy, I know
kids. So.
we're selling these slaves and whatnot into slavery, but is that guy over there got an open booze bottle? Let's go get him.
Murder is fine, but at least I want you to be sober when you're doing it.
Yeah.
Just so
Sounds
you
like
know.
Australia, honestly. So, Australia, you'll
It's the
find
kind of petty thing a city would make if they all have problems. Can't have open containers.
So, in Australia, right, you can stand approximately, I think it's like 20 meters away from a pub with an open container, but if you go more than 20 meters, you can get arrested for it.
Yep. Yeah. I strangely
Oh, yeah.
knew
It's
that
almost everywhere in the U.S. There's still appreciable percentage of the United States which have dry counties. You cannot buy alcohol on, like, I think it's the weekend, or sometimes it's just Sunday, or other times you just can't buy alcohol there.
God,
If
that sounds
if
like hell.
If that 20-meter law was in Ireland, wouldn't have any appreciable difference because you're always within.
Just walk from pub to pub.
Hey, DM, is there a place where people are performing, playing instruments or anything like that?
I mean, there was some people performing in the inn, but now that I was guessing you guys had stepped outside now, but there's no street performers right now, if that's what you're asking.
I was talking about in the tavern. Oh well.
Okay, no, yeah, there was performers in the tavern.
Okay.
There quite often is in the Singing Dagger.
So I think we make our way to the.
But what about the
old
sleeping
town
dragon?
hall.
Something.
That was where we were told that we should go, so yeah, we should probably go there.
It is apparently the place to be.
Okay, so you travel back into the you head back. Oh, I'm not gonna have the right sort of music for this, I don't think. Hold on, give me a moment.
We make our way back into the Seven Crests gang.
Yes, you make
district.
you make your way back into the Seven Crests district, and
I believe the fact that you said sleeping dragon after he said singing dagger, and it just totally threw him.
oh
We
dear.
found a way to beat the deer.
It's also because my head is going, no, Sleeping Giants is tomorrow. And you eventually find your way to the old town hall. There is a rumble of music and really loud music, and outside you see 3 masked individuals standing guard. I'm pretty sure this sound set is going to have the complete wrong music. So
Just smooth jazz starts up.
Just, what is it? Sweet Whispers starts.
Somehow got swing music. Big band. Just on the side of the road.
No, I think it's going to be more like... Yeah, this is going to be the wrong type of music. I
A
think.
particularly good hurdy-gurdy.
In my head, I've got the drums from In the Air Tonight.
Whoa, I'm in a club now.
I'm not getting the music.
This, this sounds like something out of Cyberpunk.
Music.
Yeah.
It's an EDM.
You know what? It will.
Medieval EDM. It was a thing.
It's some
all
incredible,
magic.
This is synth magic, is what this is.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rhetbury Night City.
Well. Yeah. No. Okay. So yeah. Yeah. This will do.
Wake up, sorcerer. You got a city to burn.
This will do. Or maybe I should go for this one. Yeah.
For some reason, Ruby's just dancing because it's a good synth vibe.
No, we're gonna go for this. Okay. So
Bring
yes,
up this.
with
I
the
swear,
guards.
next one. Star Wars Cantina. Let's just do that. Let's just do that.
So yeah, I'm gonna turn that one off because I reckon that'll have cars in it. But
See, I've got my sound.
Oh my God!
thing down to like 10%.
oh my God, what the hell is happening?
Oh my God!
Why was that so delayed? Oh, that was so fucking delayed.
It almost completely down. How is that possible?
I'm going back. I'm going back to the
to
side.
any people in the chat who may have had their headphones on and
Yeah.
dialed up a little higher than they should have been.
My God.
Again,
How's that
we apologize. So we
possible?
take the responsibility for.
So
but we do
sometime-
apologize.
I like
think
how we can
some-
track the ping of everybody individually, like when they had to take off their headphones.
Apologize to everybody who was a headphone user
I'd
there.
also like to point out that early this morning, Mitch pointed out that he knew how to work Syrinscape.
Yeah, he did.
The session
Look.
determined that was a
Oh,
lie.
That was
phone
before I
got
remembered
out.
where we were going. Like, this is before I'd worked out where we were going. But anyway, so yes, you come to the old town hall building with four of these guards standing outside. There seems to be a deep, rich, arcanic music booming from the interior.
I swear, somebody's gonna offer us some E or something while we're in there. Just what it feels like.
You are some death sticks.
You want to go home and rethink your life.
Pretty sure they actually have a full name and backstory for the Death Sticks guy, because it's
Yeah, he actually went home and rethought his life.
yeah.
Of course it is.
Yeah. Yes. So what are we doing?
Go inside.
I'm impressed. They have some of the latest Legerungsland music playing at the moment.
You're actually stopped at the door.
Zard looks down at the person who's stopping him.
I offered them
there a
my
list?
bottle.
Excuse me. Do you have the password?
Bottle.
Are you offering up the bottle?
Yeah.
Takes it, looks at it. That's pretty fine. Fairy dude can go in.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'll go in.
Can Darius put on his just nobleman's face and just do
The masked man looks back and goes,
Ruby is going to cast Detect Thoughts.
"Oh, okay, sure, go for it."
She's not. This is subtle cast. So just
Yeah, I know.
And
I
she's
hope it
going to
is.
scan his mind.
Cool. So you're deep diving. Okay. That is, you make a. They have
He
to
makes
make a.
one.
You have to make a wisdom saving throw. What's the DC?
For me, I want to say 15.
Okay.
Let me see if I can double check that. Make sure.
for reference? Did
It's fine.
Kifis just leave us?
They failed.
Yep.
Okay.
It's fine. They
Other
failed.
one's right here.
That was a solid natural 8 I rolled there. So you're probing for the password?
Yes.
The password that you find is desires
fish.
lie desires lie in the velvet.
And what's his name?
His name is Let's see in the name. Paul Tremou. Tremou? Paul Tremou. I'm going with Tremou. It's spelled Paul space TR.
I'm still kind of caught up with the name. It's something lies in the velvet.
Grave, MAUX. Desire lies in the
Desire.
Desire lies in the velvet.
Ultramau. Desire lies in the velvet.
Right, you can go in.
So can my friends.
If they're with you.
Thank you. And she will walk in like she owns the place.
Sure thing.
Zedaar looks confused, and as he's going, he's like, I was going to say pastries.
I was gonna say 5 gold pieces, but
I was going to say magic.
See, I was thinking
That's the
down
downfall.
it's usually swordfish.
sorry,
No, it's usually password.
daffodil.
Okay, so
Either way, let us go into the old town hall.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound that old.
So,
that there's any
as
governance
you-
going on here.
So, as you enter, the town hall has been stripped of most of its normal aesthetic. Large velvet curtains have been draped around. There is people in like hanging cages dancing. There is like floating orbs of arcanic light. Giving off beautiful colours around the room in mixes of purples and pinks. Lots of people dancing. There seems to be this like sort of young shirtless elven man behind a pedestal hitting these sort of floating pads to make the music. And yeah.
Is there any like magic user with a light cantrip that's just like bright and he's just like doing a like glow stick?
This is a club, not a rave.
Sure, there is a dude
Are
with
you
a
sure?
yeah.
Sure.
There is a dude with like 2 wands with the light cantrip just going for it, and then there is like
having
this
the best life.
there's a mirror-clad bar that extends right around where like the sort of main area of the council chambers would have been. But yeah, welcome to the Velvet.
So Ruby looks oddly comfortable here, but she's going to keep an eye on to see if anybody took notice of them entering, as if they were the first things paid attention to.
Darius hates it here.
A few people took notice.
Ruby likes it, therefore Darius
I
hates
will
it.
say that
No,
there's
he
a
just-
lot of these masked individuals both enjoying themselves here and like on lookout. And as you look around more, there's like a secondary layer around the sort of the upper, like an upper floor area, which has a staircase up to it, which has a lot more of these masked figures. And Zedaar, you notice a female with a very like one of those elongated cigarette holders, full half mask, large frizzy hair, and a opulent dress, standing in the middle of one of these sections, just overlooking the dance floor.
I am not sure what deity these old people are praying to, but I do not want to hear about them.
Looks like fun to me. Ruby's going to go to the bar.
Yeah, I also go to the bar.
I have heard of this kind of music. It is, I believe, called Gnomekan.
Bartender, something vodka, if possible.
You see
Dirty.
behind the bar a large half lady. What would you like, sorry?
Dirty martini. With a twist.
Absolutely. And she begins
Absolutely,
preparing-
yes.
Absolutely, yes. And she begins preparing it. Places it down on the counter. 1 gold.
Oh, Jesus.
You've just walked into
That's
the,
not
the,
That's not a fantasy.
I will refrain from drinking.
I put a piece of gold up for Ruby's drink.
Ruby has the gold. She's fine.
It's alright, I'll do it out of kindness.
Don't worry, Kifis doesn't know what he's spending anyways.
Okay then. So in a place like this, who would be in charge?
The Marchioness.
Marchioness. Okay. And that would be the. Wait, Ruby didn't notice her. Yeah, what would that be?
Should be in the VIP section.
Do I need to be a VIP to get the VIP section?
Either you need to have been before, or you need to be invited.
How does one become invited there?
I'm sure you'll think of something. And she goes back.
I put 5 gold on the counter.
And what can I get you, little man?
An invitation.
I am but a humble bartender. I cannot get you.
I put 10 gold on the counter.
I do not have that
get
kind of
mugged.
influence. I can get you a drink if you would like.
I pick up I pick up 8 gold pieces and say I want 2 drinks. What Ruby had.
Okay, she makes 2 more martinis with a twist. There you go.
Thank you. Then I go and find basically anyone who looks like they need a drink, but also looks like they're of some standing.
So, Raccoon Man who's just won a fight is about to try and go pull in a nightclub. I love this. Let's go. Okay. Give me a perception. No, give me an insight check to see if you could work out someone of who looks like they need a drink and is that's an actual.
Kifis is getting some tonight.
Darius, you look incredibly uncomfortable.
He finds the only other raccoon
I
person
am
that
uncomfortable.
exists.
Darius
in
is
this club right now, and they really need a drink.
Darius is super uncomfortable right now. He's like a wallflower. He's just like got his hands. He's doing that thing where he's got his hands like kind of in front. No, he's just not.
Oh, I've got to go with it. Got to go with it. So you find one of the sort of booth sections, and there is a group of young, mix of human, half-elven and elven females and males sat around. Their drinks are empty. They look like they're relatively wealthy.
Who's the furry?
Are any of them wearing like the half masks?
No, none of these people are.
Oh, okay. Well, I slided to who I perceive as having more cool clothes. So
Okay.
I just slided to whoever looks like the most bizarrely dressed.
Bizarrely dressed. Okay, there is a human female, slightly out there, like half check, sort of flowing, half ball dress. Looks like a ball gown that's been cut short, and it's kind of like encrusted with like sort of like garnets and cheaper gemstones. That's how I would suggest it was the one that looks the coolest.
I slide the drink over to them, and I slide a drink over to whoever they're sitting next to and be like, so you know about the invites and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Well, do you wanna put it? God, I'm not a smooth talker in real life, so I have no idea how to do this.
What you need here is a Ruby.
No, am I? Let's go. Come on.
You're also playing a monk who was raised in a like a raccoon monk who was raised in a monastery. So
Can Ruby have followed him?
on par.
We can't preface this
Ruby
enough.
have a-
It's a raccoon.
Can Ruby have followed him up and didn't speak? My friend gets a little tongue-tied.
Especially around
Bang,
such
the
pretty
raccoon.
faces.
Okay, cool. They giggle to each other.
You see my nose, and I point to like my slightly like swollen, bloody nose. I want to fight tonight. I want a lot of money.
He did. He was a very large man, lots of muscles, and a great mustache. It was waxed.
I have a better moustache. I pointed just to my body.
I'm not actually a raccoon, I've just got one big mustache.
So, what's your name?
Well, some call me Raccoon Man. Maybe you've heard of me. Others call me Kifis.
Well, Raccoon Man, do you fancy a dance?
Sure do. I don't know how to dance, but
You are taken to the dance floor and you begin to dance. Zep, Valmir, Zedaar, and Darius, what are you guys doing at the moment?
Slackjaw watching the raccoon man pull.
Okay.
Zedaar is sitting at one end of the counter, not looking at the counter, but just staring up at the VIP room, like making full-on eye contact with the important lady, waiting for her to look back and see him staring at her.
You're gonna get tossed out.
What is the area around like the important lady? Like what is it lit by? Are there any like candles or?
A lot of candles, like too many candles, all on candelabras, but also there seems to be like this purple glow of light that's like these globules are giving off around the room.
Vaguely reminiscent of Midge's room right now.
Might have been a thing. Zep, what are you?
And I was going to say, he would also ask the bartender, what is her favorite drink?
The Marchioness?
Yes.
Like her conversation, she likes to drink her drink straight. I would suggest one of the white spirits.
Then I will take a glass of that.
Okay. The bartender prepares this. This is 1 gold.
He'll set a gold over, and he's just gonna let that sit next to him until she happens to look over at him. And the second they make contact, he's gonna take a drink from it.
Okay. Zedaar, give
When
me
you
a
say white spirits, what do you mean? Because in my head, that's paint thinner. Like, because I have white spirit paint thinner on my desk.
Zedaar's about to find
wouldn't
out.
spirit be
Now, luckily for me, I have the worst persuasion because Zedaar does not know how to talk to people. He
Zedaar,
just thinks
give me
he's
a
being
persuasion
clever.
with advantage. Give me this with advantage.
Okay, I'll roll it in because I got a 12.
Yeah, do another one. So that's not good enough.
And a 1.
Well, then, yeah.
Zep,
Yeah,
are you
12's
doing
better than
anything in
1.
particular?
Does the fact that I am an interesting creature in this land have any meaning? Because I'm like the only dragonborn at this party.
It might. But Zep, are you doing anything right now?
Question: does Braun drink?
Braun doesn't eat or drink.
he oils?
Pardon?
Or could he?
I think he can.
Like data.
Like,
I'm just going to start doing a drinking contest with Braun.
I can drink if it makes you feel more comfortable.
I feel like that's a terrible idea.
It's a terrible idea. It's completely immune to poison, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll share a few drinks with Braun. Like, I'm happy enough here, but it's not exactly my element.
Okay, no worries. You two take a seat at the bar, away from a lot of the dancers. Zedaar, eventually, you make eye contact with this important-looking lady, and she just whispers into the ear of one of the henchmen next to her.
Get him out of here. He's staring at me.
When eventually, from down the stairs, a masked individual, the henchman, comes up to you and says, "The Marchioness would like a word."
He'll look over towards the bartender. I'll need another.
Absolutely. Pause another drink. Another gold piece.
He'll set another gold piece on the counter, nod, and he will take what's left of his drink and the new drink, and he'll make his way up to the VIP room. But as he's starting to go up there, he will hopefully brush by
Ruby.
somebody who looks competent.
Ruby is the closest, for sure.
All right. And he'll just kind of like dig his foot to the back of her hamstring. Come with me.
If you want to live.
Zep and Braun, you definitely notice him leave for the VIP section as well. Valmir, you're just stunned silence to watch Kifis just dancing with a group of essentially like.
He's surprisingly good dancer. Perhaps this is
It's now that whole group that were at booth are now just dancing with Kifis. Kifis, you're having a whale of time.
Hell yeah. That's what I do.
I noticed that Zedaar and Ruby have gone. I'm going to jump down from my seat, which is probably about 3 times taller than I am. And I'm going to go over to Kifis and just join in.
Go for it, yeah.
All the merrier.
Why not?
Braun's gonna come to join the dancing as well then.
Is he doing the robot?
By the end of the night, somebody's dead on that dance floor. I'm calling it right now. Somebody's they're gonna get trampled. It's gonna be a mess.
Any evening at the town hall without at least one death is considered a dull affair.
Have you seen any Oktoberfest dancing? That's kind of what Braun's doing. Perhaps. Darius, are you doing anything?
Zedaar specifically did not take Darius for this, by the way.
No, I wasn't near you. Darius is at the bar, sitting at a stool with a glass of water in front of him that he has not touched. And there's, depending on how much leeway you give me, I'm gonna say there's probably like a couple like right next to him, like and not paying attention. Like they've got no concept of personal space. So like every so often they just get a little closer, and Darius he's got this, and he's slowly inching, like as they get closer, he's just inching slightly to the side. But as time goes on, the other person to his other side's there, and now he's just really uncomfortable. Like
Darius, are you hearing
like
full on
half the
as well?
space? I was gonna ask, are we just all here with our weapons, or?
Guessing so.
Because yes,
yeah.
I am in full guard.
It is hot in here. Just the movement of bodies and everything. It doesn't
hot. Matter. He's not gonna. He's incredibly uncomfortable, but he will not publicly acknowledge it for fear of drawing attention to himself in this public space.
That is me in a nightclub. Anyway, so Ruby and
sipping
Zedaar
water
rest
that he paid the piece for.
I think you do a club around here, Mitch.
Oh no, I've been clubbing. We'll not get into that. Anyway,
I detected a mote of PTSD when you say that.
See, I don't really drink, and I definitely didn't drink while I was at uni, and I went clubbing while I was at uni. So, ever been to a nightclub sober? It's not an experience you ever really.
I have, since I don't drink.
Yeah.
I've been dragged to those.
Wait till you go to a strip club with no singles.
Oh, that's an awkward one. Anyway, Zedaar and Ruby, you are brought up to the VIP section. There's a lot more of these masked figures, and you are brought before the Marchioness, or so you assume. She is a darker-skinned looking human, like tan sort of, kind of southern French vibe. She's in a long purple opulent dress. She's got this cigar holder, and she's got a long flowing sorry, I hit a change a thing and it hasn't played anything. Let's try that. There we go. She's got a very, like, almost veritable mane of hair in like this sort of dark. It's kind of like a mix between brown with hints of like lighter red in the hair, and then she's got like some of the curls in the front are like completely bleached white.
Zedaar will just hold up the drink he was not drinking from.
Would you care for one?
Absolutely.
Hand it to her.
This is a very interesting establishment you have here.
You're new here. I pride myself on interesting. So, what brings a cleric of Bahamut and spellcaster friend into my establishment?
Fellow, you're giving it on good authority that this was the place to be once night falls.
Somebody gave you some good authority.
Yeah. And now that we are here and seeing what is here, it is interesting. Not what I'm used to, but I feel like if there is something you are looking for, this might be a good place to start.
Are you looking for work?
As a start, yes.
We're going to be in town for a few weeks. Getting a few things handled while we're here.
Do you mind?
What is she about to do? By all means, your place.
You see her do what seem to be some semantic movements. Ah. And then she waves off whatever spell she just cast. Feel free to give me an Arcana check.
22.
22. You're pretty sure she just cast Detect Magic.
Yeah, Ruby should have... no, Detect Thoughts would have gone away by now.
Mm-hmm.
So, her wand.
I may have some work for you. If there are a few more of you, I fear you might need a little bit more muscle.
There are 6 of us in total.
They're just enjoying themselves down below.
Okay. Well, in exchange for some gold, if that is what you're looking for, I could certainly use a hand with something.
Gold
Please.
is helpful.
Tell us all about that.
I have some... oh, how do you say it? Outstanding debts that need repaying. And now coin is not sufficient. A certain charmer by the name of Lawrence runs one of the local bathhouse establishments. It's overdue and, well, the coin just won't cut it anymore. They've become too much of a liability. If you fancy removing the problem, I fear I can pay you your due.
Solving the problem or sending a message?
Eliminating the problem.
We'll confer with the group, and then give you our answer.
By all means. Heinrich, these two and anyone with them are allowed up to talk to me. Is there anything else?
No. Thank you.
By all means. And then she just turns around and goes back to presiding over the dance floor area. Back downstairs. Kifis.
Now keep in mind, he's a gnome, so he's like 2'4".
I feel like we just walked into Afterlife at Omega from Mass Effect.
That's what I was thinking.
To Johnny Silverhands. Let's go.
Don't fuck with Arya.
Having a great time. Is there anyone that's in the dance floor area that they want to do in particular? Kifis?
Somebody's number.
No, just continuing to dance and seeing if I can get more people to come join, like, the group.
Oh, the group is huge now. This is like your group, your cluster has kind of become the center focus of the dance floor. A lot of cheering, a lot of just people like enjoying themselves.
So hey guys, if we need to make mass sacrifice,
The music just cuts when you say that.
Start dancing. Oh shit, 21 in performance. Yeah.
Nice, yeah. I mean,
Probably do that too.
yeah. Let's roll some performance checks. Let's see how everyone.
Zedaar does not dance.
I am definitely not going to be good at this.
Yeah, Ruby's got to the point where she's, unbuttoning a couple parts of the blouse, rolling up the
15.
sleeves.
It's not bad. Better than one.
Yes, we're terrible.
Braun just does the robot.
No, Braun
We're
is
as good as
doing.
you expect.
Braun is doing that whole like crouch thing, where he's like going up, like he's crouching and he's like whipping up, but it's really out of time with the music, and he's just stomping, and you feel like that some of the like tiling beneath him is like starting to take some damage, but he's really into it. Kifis, you've got the moves, man. You are really, really into it. Zet, you are looking like I'm imagining it's just dad dancing.
Well, he's overly enthusiastic with absolutely
Yeah.
no sense of grace, timing, or actual dance moves.
No rhythm.
Two light cantrips.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Ruby
you,
can dance.
Ruby and Zedaar, you do descend the staircase. Valmir is just looking on in shocked horror.
No,
Has Valmir moved from the entrance to the place yet?
I'm just leaning on my glaive. Just like,
Can I just invite every single person here back to Darius's room?
Just, okay. Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh god.
I just had such a pang of sympathy for Darius right there. Like, I can't even begin to describe. It's like, oh my god, I cannot even.
You
Oh, oh my god.
Yes!
There is a rumor
In the
circulating
20s, but
that there
then-
is an after party in one of the rooms at the sleeping the singing dagger. I'm now doing it as well. I'm dropping the name, the singing dagger. And, yeah, that's
Just imagine Darius hears the rumor through the grapevine. What?
yeah, Darius. It's
the
about
the guard outside.
yeah.
By the way, at this point, Darius is on a fourth of his stool.
No,
Is that
I'm
couple?
imagining Darius. You've actually moved over a stool by this point.
No, they're all occupied, but I don't want to get up because that's going to cause a scene. So I just he has a glass of water he paid a gold piece for that he has in front of him. He's
Half a
trying-
gold piece.
trying- Half a gold piece. Well, no, he's on his second one because it's really hot in here. And he's got his
Yeah.
The longer you stay in that seat, the more people I can have go back to your room. It works.
just sitting here
Well,
waiting
once
for
they start
information.
Dar would make his way over to Darren, Vilmir, and Darius would be like, we have potential work, we can go.
Okay. Gets up.
Just give him that out. Just like, finally.
Gets up, he knocks back the water. It's just water. It's not even that great.
Warm water at this
He
point.
thought he was gonna have to fight, so he didn't.
No, there's a
It's
lime
probably
in
the
it.
cleanest water. It's probably the cleanest water he's had since he's come to the city.
It's
true.
Yeah, it's
got lime in it. It's like
That's the money.
5 silver pieces.
It's Northern Duradin spring water with a hint of with a slice of cucumber in it.
Sparkling.
It's got electrolytes.
It's just water. That's all.
More lights than your body has room.
It all comes from the same tap.
Fantasy Rondo.
But so
By the way,
Zedaar, are
does
you
nobody
gathering up the
care?
party?
Yeah, he'll gather the ones who look like they don't want to be here first, and then he'll just begrudgingly make his way over towards the others. We need to think about leaving.
I'm starting to head out, and I just follow a massive group.
I just want to check. Does nobody care that
Going
we're in
on?
full armor with weapons?
No,
Like we're the
nobody
equivalent
cares.
of somebody who's walked into a club with like a machine gun. Like
You've noticed that essentially everyone who has like a
you've got a
mask
glaive,
is-
so I don't want to
is-
give you. You've got a full
Every-
glaive.
Yeah, I didn't say I walked into a club with a machine gun. There's a lie.
Okay,
There is
yeah,
some-
not the best, but we're
I
walking.
will say that
into-
everyone that's got that looks like their mask seems to have some sort of weapon. It's very clear that there's a lot of armed people in this.
Also,
bar
my
in the
glaive currently
west.
looks like a staff because changed it with the thing.
Clearly, armor is just the new style, guys. You're behind the times.
But yes, I will
I'm
also
assuming
remind
it's
you
this
that
late tonight.
Zedaar, you
Nobody's wearing full
haven't
clothing. It's
accepted
like-
the job. Just to be clear, that you haven't accepted the job yet. But yes. Are you all gathering, or are people still enjoying the party?
I've been giving it out. I'm sticking with.
Zedaar's making an effort to gather. If
Leave.
people won't leave, that's their prerogative.
I'm out the door.
Oh, okay, I'm leaving. Get this. I am leaving, but I'm going back to Darius's room.
Yeah, and there is
I
there are.
I have no idea.
Give me a. Let's throw that. Yeah. Okay. So there are 3 people coming directly with you right now, right away.
Okay.
The two of and it's the 2 girls that you started with and one of the guys from that original table.
Nice.
However many more might turn up throughout the evening is for the dice to decide. But yes, so
Brains, Braun, everyone. Yes, we have work. We can potentially go. Or at least we have to discuss it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
ja, let us go.
Zedaar checks. Did Braun accidentally hurt anyone with his dancing?
No, he didn't. Not
Okay.
quite.
It wasn't close enough where a War4 is just happening to turn, like elbow somebody in the nose.
A lot of people were wise enough to give him space.
Okay, good.
The only person he hurt was the maintenance guy that has to fix the tiles.
Yeah. I can't fix a broken spirit. That's not my power.
Really? I thought that was the power of faith.
You have to believe.
Rim shot.
I'm
You
not
earned it.
queued up on fast enough with that. Oh, dude. I don't know what the icon looks like, but there it is. There we go.
There we go.
I've also got this.
Oh, scream.
Should have left that for a win.
Every film nerd in existence likes that.
Yeah. But I take it you guys find a quieter corner to discuss things.
Yeah, okay.
Kifis has his 3 followers.
So
Oh, he'd already gone.
he's going to Darius's
Oh, he's
room.
already go to Darius's. Okay.
He's already left. He's already left.
Cool. That's fine.
So, and Zedaar will make a quick look around to see if there's nobody. Make sure there's nobody really like over listening, which I doubt there is, because this is a club, and who's over listening at a point like this? The Marchioness has offered us some work to take care of a outstanding debt that somebody has to her. A debt that she says money won't do anymore, and the problem needs to be eliminated. And it immediately concerned me because is this the sort of work that we're going to do here? Because I'm not all about that.
It's a racketeering gig, and I don't want to do that either.
I am not a murderer.
Short answer is
I
no.
do not
mean,
know
I-
about any of you, but I have taken one life in my own lifetime, and I am. It was necessary. I will take life if necessary, but not if it is just us being bullies. I do not agree with this.
For a second, I was going to bring up the fight with the crab, but I remember you didn't hit anything. Oh, didn't really.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay,
Thanks,
that's
buddy.
fine.
You're not here.
Now-
Yeah.
I am
He's
here.
there.
I'm
Oh, you
literally
are.
right next to
He
the
is.
Zedaar.
Kifis.
I'm the only one who's not there.
Now,
I have
say
no
we
moral
could look
qualms
into
about
this.
it.
Well, we could look into it and see if there's ways to fix it without causing undue grief to everyone involved. But this is a sort of scenario where it is not just as easy as going somewhere and picking something up because somebody has done something wrong.
I do not think that we are going to be able to manage the situation like that. If we try and think outside the box and fix it in a way that is not what this Marchioness has asked for, I think it will do more harm than good.
What exactly was she asking for?
Well,
Feels so
as I said, someone owes her a debt, and that the debt has surpassed the point where money can pay for it. And that the problem, this Lawrence, needs to be dealt with.
That is murder.
Don't see any problem
Right.
with it.
Depends if another outcome can be determined to pay the debt in other means. Paying debts to
Yes.
those that you owe is an important part of the economy.
She was very specific. He was to be eliminated.
That is simply assassination. No.
Well, she said the problem needs to be eliminated. Now, if it were something where we could find this Lawrence, convince him that he needs to do a very good favor for her, not money, something that makes up for what has been done wrong to get back in her good graces, that might be a way to do the problem without doing it so dirty.
It depends on the. To me, it depends on the terms of the loan. Was it always implied that this was an outcome? If you did not pay your debt down, then he knew full well what he was getting into, or they were getting into. Therefore, it is a sad but known outcome.
But we do not need to be a part of it.
Here's the problem with that, Valmir. If we ignore it, this gentleman will die.
If we try to get involved and figure a different outcome than the one that this Marchioness is asking for, I believe he will die anyway, and I believe that we will be on the bad side of this group. I do not think that we have any good outcome in here. This Marchioness, she reminds me of people I know. And we do not negotiate terms with that kind of person. I do not see this going our way.
But will it be as simple as simply saying no? A person like that does not give a job like this with no backup.
She also mentioned that it would take more than just myself and Zedaar. The implication being that whoever this is would have backup.
Which is why I again say we need to look into this Lawrence. It may turn out he is a rival gangster who has affronted her in some way and is just as only wrong as we believe she is by sending us here to deal with the problem. How do we know this is not some trafficker who has been kidnapping women from the Seven Crests and she wants him dealt with because of it?
This is why you don't inject your own morals into a contract that you take, because
We have not taken any contract.
I know it's why I'm saying we need to, if we're going to even entertain the idea of taking the contract, we have to divorce ourselves from our morals and utilize our employer's morals. As there is no law in the city that supersedes that.
I have blindly followed orders before. I will not do it again. I have a choice in this matter, and if I do not agree with what is being asked of me, I will walk away.
Then We don't
That
take
is
contracts.
fair. We need information before, which is why we have not agreed to anything yet.
This entire situation here stinks. I do not want to entertain the thought of this. I'm not comfortable.
We cannot make snap judgments about what is right or wrong here when we do not have the details.
Yeah, but my concern with that is if we get more details, then there's the problem of we know too much.
We must trust our gut.
In this city, information is power. Anyone who knows anything has authority, and I guarantee you, she is not the only one who knows about this. I imagine there are a great many people who know. So it cannot be something we're keeping it a secret as a prerogative. Otherwise, she would not have mentioned to us so easily that this Lawrence owes her a debt.
The debt, yeah, but the outcome that she is after, less so.
If she is willing to give it to us as a test for new people who she has never seen before, are you sure about that?
Are you willing to take the risk about that?
I am willing to get the information. If it is something distasteful to me, then I will not do it. The light of Bahamut is not for vengeance, it is for justice.
Maybe come up front and say that we do have problems.
This is agreeable.
Okay.
I have come to respect your judgment and things like this. I will let you speak for us. Or for me, at least. And Braun?
Yeah, whatever you say, Zep, I trust in you, so.
The chain of-
Zedaar looks a little confused because up until now, after the introduction, Zedaar actually thought your name was Brain and his name was Braun. So it's like, I understand. Like he's just a little confused for a moment.
Hello,
I'm not
my name is Zep.
confused. Yes, I thought your name was Brain. Interesting.
No, he is Braun. I am Zep.
So, party, what are we doing?
I believe we should talk back to the Marchioness and get more information so we can decide whether or not this is a good judgment for us.
My gut tells me that if we ask for more information, the answer will be take the contract, you get more information. That is what my gut says.
That is why I said we could look into this ourselves. Go and speak to Lawrence directly before accepting.
Yeah, that seems like a bad idea. That could be seen as us warning him that Marchioness is ready to act on this debt.
If
Possibly.
we're not willing to take the contract, then we shouldn't get involved.
Yeah.
That is my thoughts.
So, there is the issue. Do we get involved at all?
I think that potentially that this just shows us that this gang of Seven Crests is maybe not one that we wish to be involved with, and we can cross them out with the Danoji, and we can focus on maybe figuring out the rest of them.
I'm just going to point out if it comes out that we inquired about a contract, got information pertaining to a contract, and then warned the target of a contract without actually taking it, then we'll be... That's very bad for your reputation when it comes to employers.
Again, with the information we have, that she requested there be at least more than two of us. I have to assume this Lawrence knows that he is in bad with her. It would not come as a surprise to him.
True, but it would still reflect badly upon us.
For getting information about the jobs we do, I would consider people who do not do this to be foolish.
No,
There's always the other option. We could ask some of the other masked people here what they know of this Lawrence before we say yes or no to the Marchioness.
that could be misconstrued as gathering information for him. Or them. Which again, bad.
But we are not going to talk to him, we just need the information.
Doesn't matter if we are or not, it matters what the perception of the individuals giving out the contracts are. Do what you want.
If you don't want your name on it, Darius, you do not have to have your name on it.
If we work against this Marchioness, then we are actively working against our own interests in removing the brand.
Possibly. She is but the one leader and immediate people in this town.
Possibly, but she also knows magic for sure, better than I do.
We are looking for spellcasters.
She definitely did use a form of detect magic on us, so she knows we are marked.
You think this is the way to get rid of the mark?
I think it is a possibility to entertain progression, but it is not something we have to do willy-nilly. This entire place unsettles me. The way that people move and the way they act, the freedom to it. It is, for such one that is so regimented, it is too chaotic. It makes me nervous.
Kind of fun, though.
I will remind you that the Seven Crests are known for being noble and banking. So I imagine the fronts here are personal or deal largely with money. So whatever we learn about this may not be something we want to learn, especially if we want to take the job. And maybe this Lawrence was much like us, perhaps a former individual who did work for her, but then turned on her, and she wants it to be dealt with. Betrayed her interests. She certainly has a lot in the way of the way she carries herself, so her reputation may be very important to her.
If you think that we should pursue this, I will go with you, but I will not kill an innocent man. I do not kill innocents.
I am not saying killing is the step we take here. I say learning is what we do here.
If you believe that is the way forward, then okay.
I trust that Bahamut will show me the way. Even if it has,
He kind of looks around the room.
brought me here. With you all.
Which he does not sound. He does that. That does not sound so annoyed.
Sure. Sure.
So, what are we doing?
Yeah,
Well,
I
we
would
just
know
went-
this too.
I think it was
can
just a
ask her
long way
directly.
away saying nothing.
We can ask her directly, or we can start questioning her servants, the guards, the Seven Crests.
If we
These are
go,
our options.
if we go to her servants, I do believe that she is going to be taking this badly. We should go to her.
Then
Go
we
to
talk to her.
Make it clear what it is that we will not do, and then leave it to her decision if she tells us more.
Okay.
Very well. I agree with this idea. We do this.
So
Let us
you.
go and find Kifis.
Oh, you're gonna go find Kifis. No worries.
Kifis is already like
Yeah,
halfway
Oh,
to the
God.
singing dagger.
Kifis is there. Like,
Away.
I just
Yeah.
imagine him and Marjorie in like the room, and Marjorie is just like sitting there staring at these people. She's basically become the bouncer for Darius's room.
oh dear.
I'm gonna put down, let's say, how much gold do I have left? I put down 6 gold for a
Honestly,
steady
don't know.
stream of alcohol to come into the room.
Okay, hold on. I need to change sound. We need to get out the nightclub.
I'm not
Okay.
sure if Beatty was on that consent form.
So, so it was what was the consent form? Sorry, I missed that comment.
Yeah, the whole, Kifis being an animal and
Oh no, no,
no,
no! I'm not going there. I'm not going there. It's
I'm-
literally just
I'm
a party
not-
in Darius's room.
I am not allowing Kifis to go there. No offense.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Considering considering the age Kifis said he was.
Yes.
I'm sorry to say
Kifis-
first.
Kifis is very much asexual. He's not going to go there.
Well, this is gonna
It's simply an after party in the room.
So
disappoint a lot of people that followed you there.
you return and you guys walk up the stairs in the singing down. You actually find Kifis outside of the room. Kifis, you are surrounded by about 3 people. There is about 30 people in this hallway alone, and further sounds like there is more on the inside of Darius's room. And then Greer walks down from the end of the corridor and is like, people, would you mind taking us to the actual tavern? Not the sleep... Oh, dear lord. And he just...
I give him 2 gold for his troubles.
No concept of money.
I don't know where
Can't wait for you to get like a good payout and chop. That's gonna be hilarious.
And then Greer just walks past and says, I put it to you, and he looks at the group of you, seeing you guys coming up the stairs. I put it to you to try and sort this out. Please, for the sake of my establishment. And he then sort of clouds into a sort of mist.
So, question for Kifis. Did
Yeah, what's
when
up?
you? Yeah, I got a question for you, Kifis. When you commandeered my room, did you keep an eye on anybody there and stealing anything?
We've got a bouncer. Yes, we've got a bouncer.
She's not in the room. She doesn't normally go in the room.
Are they going to jump out the window?
I'm asking. At no point were you in there keeping an eye on them.
Possibly at some point.
All right, Mitch. I have things in that room.
Yeah, you do.
Not anymore, you don't.
Well, you had
I just-
things in that room.
Should I tell you what I have and you roll, or is it just
just
gone?
or you can whisper me what you have, and I'll see if any of it's gone.
I've forgotten how to whisper.
Right, /WGM.
Or do it through Discord.
Or message me through Discord.
Write it in a language that none of us know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have that.
Good luck.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yes, good luck.
Bird folk.
I don't. That's the point.
But the rest of you, you've arrived. There is a veritable party going on in here.
Can I start charging 1 gold per person to get into Darius's room?
Considering the party has been going on for a little while now, everyone just kind of laughs at you.
Oh, yeah. No, that's fair.
Marjorie is like trying to stand guard and was like, I could not stop them. I swear. And also, yeah, at this moment, with a bottle of rum in hand, Donovan hiccups his way out of the room. And he sees you and he goes, takes another swig. I was looking after everything, boss.
Did you say Donovan? Did you say the
Yeah.
rabbit?
Yeah. Hey,
Okay.
I was keeping a firm eye on everything.
Okay. Just give me 1 more second here. Just probably misspelled things in there. It's fine, Donovan. It's fine. Yeah, so what is it, Midge? What's gone? Of my life.
Are you charging in the room to check?
No. I look disappointed, not in Donovan, but just in the world.
Okay. Well, you won't find
This
out.
is my minor revenge for smacking me with your sword.
And I go downstairs and I just sit at a table alone.
Okay. Is anyone else doing
I
anything?
feel bad for the man.
I go to bed. I go sleep up in the rafters.
Of course you do. Of course
So
you do.
Kifis, after starting the party, leaves the party unattended. What's the rest of you doing?
Do we go back now to see the Marchioness or whatever the fuck her name was? Or do we go back in the morning, or what is the plan then now?
I do not know where to find her in the morning.
I think we go back now then, if that is the case. I don't know,
Yes.
another day.
One moment. Zedaar is just going to walk up to Marjorie. How many people are in there right now?
I have counted about 17.
Okay. Zedaar is just going to walk into the room. How does it look in here?
It's trashed. It's totally trashed. There is like 5 people on the 4-poster bed. Multiple people just sat around the room drinking, talking, chatting. One of them has pulled out a loot. A couple of people are kind of giving him a bit of a weird look. Other people are really intently listening.
I've gone up with Zedaar.
Okay.
So Zedaar just standing in this doorway, all 6'11" of him, looking around all the people in this room. If anybody is not supposed to be here, you have 5 seconds.
I'm going to cast Thaumaturgy on myself and start counting down from 5 with my voice booming up to 3 times as loud as normal.
A couple of people like instantly are running out. One guy comes on, but the little rat man just kind of let us in.
Make a perception check. I'm going to see if anybody is carrying anything with them that looks like they shouldn't have.
Okay, sure. Give me a perception.
You missed
check.
your chance, Mid. Should have just called him a rabbit. It's called bring in. Bring in.
Luckily, it doesn't seem like they've found Darius's valuables.
It's like,
One of them is trying to
yes.
move out with the lamp, though, of the room.
That's Greer's problem. He doesn't care about that. as he walks, and this guy walks up, he's like, and I am telling you, 3.
The room is clearing. They're getting past you, and it was just, it's left, it's a state. An absolute state. You're not sure whether all this furniture being everywhere was Darius, but... You know.
Is most of it still next to the door?
Some of it is.
I'm sure that was normal. All right, we have got his room back. Marjorie, no one else comes in here tonight. Except for Darius, of course.
I've called Greer over to my table. Said, may I have another room, please, while that one is clean?
I hate to break it to you, but we are chock-a-blocked. You can sleep with your attachés.
I'm going to give you a silver piece, and I'm going to take this table tonight. If that's okay.
I feel so bad for him.
I'm approaching him.
At least stay in the kitchen area, away from.
No. This is good.
I don't close at night.
It's fine.
Sure thing. You can have my chair. It's cushioned at least.
No. No.
Okay. Sure. Here's one on me, and he just pours you a drink. And
Is it water?
no.
Doesn't drink it.
But the rest of you, the party is exfilling the upper echelons of this of the inn. Are we going back?
Yeah.
I guess once they all make their way, yeah. Once everybody leaves, Zedaar will just make his way downstairs, and your room is clear, Darius. It needs a little bit of cleaning, but it does not appear any of your things were stolen.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We are heading back without Kifis.
You can stay here if you want.
just staring straight ahead, kind of.
Like, Zedaar looks like he wants to pat you on the shoulder, but he thinks twice of it and just turns and leaves.
Okay.
As we're following Zedaar, Braun is going to come over to Darius and just place his key in front of Darius. I am not using it. And then he'll follow Zedaar, hands up, as they leave.
I actually have no idea about that.
The metal man is showing good kindness. How does one react? That in itself is also broken, Darius. He does not know how to work. It's that or Roach's camera is broken again. Oh no, all of the cameras have stopped. Is it me? It is me. Oh dear, what is going on? Guys, we're going to end tonight's session here anyway. We're only 15 minutes away from our normal end time. Well, probably an extra 10 on that. So, slightly shorter session today. Sorry about the technical difficulties. Tonight, though, however, folks, we're going to try and see if we can raid a channel. So please stick around with me while I try and find us someone to go say hi to. Let's go say hi to the Short Rest Tavern, who indeed tried to raid us last week. So we're going to go say hi to them. /raid Short Rest Tavern. Guys, thank you so much for watching yet another episode of the Elendor Chronicles. We'll be back on Wednesday with the rebroadcast, so if you've missed some of it, you can catch up then. Or we'll be back with the video going on our YouTube channel on Friday, hopefully. I've been Midgeman. I've been joined by the members of the Component Cast, and we'll see you next time, adventurers. Have a good one.